We drove 12 miles out into the middle of the ocean with our tiny little flats boat, and we're gonna catch some big fish. We are on day 2 of our Florida Keys adventure. Let me tell you what we got going on. We got 4 rods out. We're all using spinning setups. We've got 2 on the bottom back here. I'm fishing one right on the bottom and making sure my weight doesn't move. I've got a little pinfish down there. We also have live grunts, and one of the flat rods, this one right here, is fishing a live crab closer to the surface. So we've got a nice spread out. I call it the smorgasbord for hopefully the big groupers and snappers. What you got?
I got...
Oh, look at that.
Was that a mangrove?
You got dinner. Yeah, it's a mangrove.
Nice.
On the pin?
Yeah, big pin too.
Wow.
That's not a terrible one.
You take that.
All right, first
Let him
pin fish, first fish in the boat, snapper. That's a beautiful mangrove, actually.
Nice job.
Nice one. Yeah, we're on this wreck, deep sea wreck, and we got a couple bites before, and we're able to land them. I'm not sure what they were, but they were nice fish. We don't have any real current yet. You want to keep this fish or throw them back?
Throw them back.
We have a thing with karma. We throw back our first fish. So this is our first mangrove, perfectly
Definitely.
good eating size.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw them back. And, so that was on a big pingfish. Good news, good news. We don't have much current, so I'm happy to catch that fish. I'm a little nervous there. All right, we got a chum slick out. We saw some yellow jacks back here, which are actually great eating.
Oh, you got a runner.
Well, I got a runner instead.
You can keep them for tarpon bait.
So there you go. Oh,
Yeah.
you know, even if you don't catch some sort of massive fish, you just come out here and put a chum block out, and this will keep the kids happy for hours.
Yeah.
So pointy.
Fishing has been kind of slow the last couple hours. We're not giving up though. But the cool thing about the Florida Keys is, like, if you decide you want to stop fishing, you literally, like where we are off of Big Pine, we're very close to American Shoal. And that is a beautiful protected area where you go snorkeling with your family. You'll see all different types of reef fish. It's just one of the most tropical, beautiful things you could ever experience. And many years ago, I took my dad here before he passed away, rest in peace, and my brother. We've had a lot of great times hanging out in the Florida Keys in the past.
So we totally failed offshore. There's no current. So we usually come in for like a lunch break.
Yes.
Because it's it's almost June and it gets 100 degrees. So we do 2 short fishing sessions.
Correct.
And so Darcy was saying before, we're at the tackle shop. And even at the tackle shop, they're saying there's been no current on the reef lately.
It's been tough.
So it's been a little tough out there. So so we're gonna focus on areas where there is current, and that's choke points and bridges and channels and things like that and cuts. So we're gonna get back out there and let's go.
All right, I'll untie.
All right, you got a lot of crap up here.
I know, it's okay though. The crap is stuff I need.
All right.
All right, traps dead ahead, dead ahead. Right before we go fishing, guys, we're gonna pull our pinfish trap we brought down with us. And we already have a ton of live bait in the well, but we've used a lot of the smaller ones that I want for fishing bridges and stuff, which big snappers love to eat. I like to call them gumdrops. You'll see them here in just a sec. Looks like there's a nice amount of bait in there. Bounce forward, forward. Got it. Please let there be little baits. Let's see what we got going on. Woo! All right.
Quite a few.
Take this. Try to keep them in the corner. Yeah, some smaller ones in there.
Good.
That's what we want. That's what we want. Open the well. All right, here we go.
Yeah, there you go. Nice.
That's
pretty.
a nice little grunt right there. That's the gumdrop, we like to call them. Let's see if we got any more. Up through the nose. We're trying a brand new spot we've never fished in our entire lives. We're kind of like hesitant about it because we like to fish spots we're used to, but we got to give it a go. We're here in the Florida Keys. A lot of water movement is flying past the boat. We're anchored tight. We're using really light tackle. We got to tackle down. These fish are very smart, especially at bridges. So I've got a really fine wire hook on there. That's a 2-aught with a pinfish, 20-pound fluorocarbon leader, which is really light, but I'm also trying to get bites. So I'm literally going to drop it here and free line it back until I feel that bite. And hopefully it happens.
Yeah, I almost think like the current's going too fast. Like you can't fish, you can't properly fish a bait like this or present your bait. I don't know. We're gonna give it a little bit of a shot, but
Pretty wild how fast it's going around this corner. All right, guys, so we have moved to a different bridge. We are at the famous Bahia Honda bridge where you come for the world-renowned Tarpon run. Everybody's down here fishing. Hard to see everybody at the moment. So far, we haven't caught a fish, but we are not giving up. Trying to get a tarpon last minute tonight. We got a lot of moving water, and we have a big storm approaching. This headed this way. So we're getting our rain gear on, putting stuff away so we don't ruin it like the camera, and we'll be right back.
Tell them what you did, Guggen.
I picked up this leader bag. It was open. All the leader fell out, and one bounced off the boat into the water, an entire spool of leader. I grabbed the end of it right before it went overboard, and it's all spooled out down there.
Like a couple 100 yards?
Like, I don't even know how much yards. Oh, I don't want to let that go.
You can't. Like one of these spools.
It might be stuck on like my rubber band back there. I'm in the doghouse. All right, sorry about that. At least I saved my $100 and wasted 10 minutes. I'm sorry.
10 minutes?
But I saved all that. I saved it because I grabbed it because I'm fast reflexes like you now. But I'm sorry. That was definitely 10 minutes. That wasn't 20, that's for sure.
Here you go.
What do we got?
Jesus, big.
That's a nice fish. What the heck is that? What do we have? All right, guys, doing some more exploring again. So since I failed so bad at the tarpon spot and made that mess of the leader, although I did save $100 on leader. Oh, it's a nice snapper. Yeah, baby, I'll take it. Nice mangrove. Woo! Nice little mangrove, I told you.
That's bigger than the one I caught offshore.
Look at
that.
that.
Is a monster.
That is a nice mang. Heck yeah.
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
That's ridiculous.
And we are literally in the canal. Current is flying through here. I let him swallow it, but that's okay. He's dinner. Ooh, yummy, yummy.
That is so funny, Sizzle.
That is awesome. I had to put down the little tiny bait.
Look how big it is.
That's a nice fish. That's a really nice fish at 12 feet of
Like,
water.
you caught out in the ocean. That's bigger than the one I caught in 100 feet of water.
That's a big fish.
Yeah.
No doubt. Nice.
We're like in a secluded local spot, and I've never been here before. And she put that bait out for 3 seconds and caught that fish.
Rodney caught it, the rod holder.
Yeah, it's the best fisherman on the boat. I can't believe it. That's so funny. We freaking drove all over the freaking ocean today and caught the biggest fish in this people's backyard.
Tiny little canal.
It's supposed to be full of tarpon in here too. I don't doubt it. All right,
There's my bait.
get this freaking thing.
There's my fish.
Get over here, that sun.
Heck yeah. All right, it's time for bug season because the bugs are coming out and they're getting me. What?
Horizontal. Let's see it. A nice picture. That's beautiful.
Nice fish?
Yes.
Like 14 inches?
Yeah.
Can't complain about that.
Nope.
Awesome. Hasn't ate it quite yet. There it goes. Oh, he just rocked me up. Got him out.
What the hell do you have?
I don't know, I felt him stuck on, wrapped me up on something.
Could be a Goliath.
It's coming up the surface that way. Kind of light on my drag too. Light tackle, baby. Lots of stuff going on in this little canal. Like we have the mangroves and just like all kinds of structure and fallen trees.
It's a tree.
I had a fish on though. He's on there.
Oh, he's under there?
Yeah,
All right.
I feel him.
All right, all right.
I'm not kidding.
All right.
Where is he though? He's the world's smallest fish.
Where is he?
Right back here, big snapper. Get it, get it, get it, get the line, get the line.
How to be big?
Oh my God, it's a huge snapper, bro.
That's what she said.
Nice. Oh, nice. You choked that. Living right at the mangroves.
That's
That's
another big one.
Another nice one. Can't complain about that.
No.
But all day struggling to catch fish. Come back in a rural public canal waterway and we catch crazy stuff.
Oh.
Oh, get him, Brian. You got him?
No.
You gotta let me eat it.
Well,
They take a bit to eat these little Like that fish was on it for like, I don't even know.
So the shrimp when they ate the whole damn thing?
What? You got a fish.
No. Oh,
He was all way up in there.
Told you.
Brian, you had a fish on the whole time.
Like, let him go, let him
Nice.
go. It's a baby.
It's a nice one.
A baby.
Not a baby. Good job.
It's a baby.
That's 1 inch shorter than mine. Good job. Caught dinner.
I did it.
You did it.
All I gotta do is follow instructions.
Oh, it's my fault now.
No, all I do is follow your instructions.
That's why you didn't catch a fish?
Now that I followed your instructions, I
Oh.
caught a fish.
Got it.
You can't take any credit.
Got it.
And that just goes to prove to you that women are better fishermen than men. Do you want to tell them about the example that we found yesterday even?
Oh, yeah.
You guys can ask any charter captain this. If you get, now experience is experience, but if you get a bunch of women and a bunch of men together, none of them ever fished before, the women are going to destroy the men every single time. Ask anybody. Tell them what happened.
Yeah, our neighbors went fishing on a charter, and there was a whole family of them, and it was a group of 7 people that went on a local charter out of Jupiter, Florida, where we live back home. There was a couple women on the boat, but basically the first person to catch a fish was the youngest and the woman, and then at the end of the day, the only 2 people that actually brought home fish to dinner were 2 women on the boat that caught all the fish, and there was like 5 dudes and 2 women. Pretty cool.
But she doesn't even tell a good part of the story. What did you tell the people before they even went on the trip?
I said that women were going to do better.
Yes.
And women are always better
they,
fishermen.
They
and
all
have
went, and she
patience.
said, I guarantee the only people who are going to catch fish on that trip are the women.
Yeah. And they said they have patience and usually have the touch compared to men. That's what I said.
They
And they
listen and they have patience.
Yep. I didn't say listen, but I said they have patience.
Well, yeah, but they listen, when they understand that someone has more experience than them, they listen to the instructions and they follow the instructions. Men
Yes.
don't do that. They have egos and they're just freaking jerking around, thinking they know what they're doing. They don't concentrate.
Right.
That's the patience. So men suck at fishing.
Men suck. Unless you've been out there 30 years, you're okay.
That's totally different though. That's anyone with an experience is going to be more better than someone with less experience. That's just normal.
Yes. It's about to die.
All right, it's okay. All right, guys, get the net.
Get the net. Oh, Mom, I'm hooked up. I'm hooked up.
Ooh, double.
Oh, my God.
Maybe I need help though.
Doubled up. Doubled up.
Doubled up on tarpon?
Nice tarpon.
Doubled up on
Oh, my
tarpon.
God, I got a big one.
No, you don't.
It's like double the size of yours.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, my
Get
God.
Hold on.
Brian's going to
Get
land
back.
his fish.
Okay.
Okay,
Mine
guys,
is
the
up.
camera's about to die.
It's okay, okay.
But we got to get the camera. Oh, so cool. Heck yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I caught him in the net.
That
All right.
is
All right.
awesome. That
Let
is
me stop him
awesome.
from jumping. Stop jumping. Stop jumping.
Beautiful fish, Brian. All right, guys, I've got a double header of fish right here, too. Let's see if I can get him to jump again. He's right there. He's right there. Here he comes. Here he comes. Coming around the back. He might jump straight off the back. Oh! So cool.
All right, I'm going to get him.
I don't care what size the tarpon is. They're beauties.
I got to get mine out.
Yeah, get yours out, baby. Yeah, take care of yours. I'll leave mine in the water right here.
I'm just going to let him get him back in the water. Show.
Oh! There he is. Nice job. Brian got a tarpon now on our Florida Keys trip. How cool.
All right. All right,
He's
perfect.
gone. Nice job. Oh, he might jump. Here he is. Nice fish.
Want to go to the side?
Woo! So cool. Perfect. You
Good man. We only got 20
You got
pound
it.
test.
I know. I just wanted you to get that jump.
Do you
All
wanna
right.
go on that- do you wanna
Here
go on
we
that side?
Here we
You can
go.
walk
Here we go.
by
He's
the
hooked
fish.
right in the corner. You ready? Are you ready?
Kinda.
Hold on. Lifting his head. Okay, you didn't like that.
No.
He's hooked right in the corner. He
Let me
might
get
jump
this-
again. He
let me
might
get
jump
this down.
again. He might jump again. Okay, he just got air.
All
My
right,
fish is a little bigger.
I know. Bring him in.
Okay, he's coming right now, baby. You missed on the hook, on the net. Okay, here you go. Get ready. Lifting him up. feisty little guy. He got some air just now.
Not that big.
No, he's not, but he's on light tackle.
Why don't you get ahead of me?
He just got a
Current's
nice
going that
breath.
way.
He just got a nice breath of air.
Okay.
All right.
A 20-pound test. You could break off at any moment.
Let's try to avoid that weed pile. Nice job.
Nice.
Yeah, baby!
That's a nice
Look
one.
at that fish.
That's a
Hold
good
him
one.
up while I get him out. Hold on.
Yeah. So I get
Hold
tangled.
on. Hold him up while I get him out. Gotta take this off just because it's in the way.
Nice job. Turn this day around.
Look at the tarpon. I'll take a tarpon all day this size. Beautiful micro tarpon put up a heck of a fight for me. The beautiful Silver King that will turn into a giant. So cool.
Awesome.
Back-to-back doubleheader of tarpon. All right, let's let him go. All right, we got a quick pick right there. Let's let this beautiful fish go. Heck of a fight on light tackle. That was awesome. She tore me up good too, but that's okay. Look at that fish, guys. So cool. We've never had a doubleheader of tarpon before.
No, that's crazy.
It was just awesome. Don't get to experience this too often. And we're literally fishing a public waterway here in the Florida Keys. Just reviving her, current's going this way into her gills, and just keeping her mouth open. She'll take off here in a sec. So pretty. Are you ready? Oh, she's tail kicking. Just take your time with the tarpon. They always put on a show for you. They overexhaust themselves. You see that kick? That's what you want to see. So, respect the fish that you can't eat. Yeah, she's kicking good now. Here she goes. Told you. She'd tell me when she was ready. She doesn't suck your thumb like a snook. But yeah, she took a nice shake and she ripped up my finger pretty good like a snook would and gave me a nice new cut. I'll take it. Battle wounds.
Awesome, dude. So we went 20 miles off, 15 miles offshore in a little boat.
I just had a feeling to do this all day long.
I know. I was my idea. Tried all different spots, and great. Awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome. Let's see if we can get another fish.
Yeah. I know it's pretty dark. We're gonna have to go home with a lot of bugs.
Okay.
Follow your dreams and keep on catching.
What's up, guys? Darcizzle here from Darcizzle Offshore, and I just landed my personal best giant black drum, baby, also known as Big Ugly. I'm going to show you exactly how to catch this black drum, where to catch them, and then I'm going to show you exactly how to clean them and cook them. Black drum catch, clean, cook, starting now. What you got?
Little
Snook.
smallest snook in town. All right, guys.
Nice
Just got the
work.
smallest snook in the town.
I'm hooked up.
Woo! 2 people hooked up. Double up.
Yay.
All right. Look at that beautiful light.
Lights turning on.
This morning we are at Stewart again. Woo! Oh, that's terrible.
Brian.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
I got a little grunt.
Nice.
Nice. That would be great for bait for offshore.
All right, so let's look. We're getting back in, and
Look how cool.
all right, he's a little baby. How to get him back in?
Look at my fish.
Well, that's great. That's a nice little piece of bait compared to mine.
Yes, it's bait. Let him go.
But what's up, Darcizzle Nation?
Good
Puddin',
morning.
Darcizzle here. We're at the.
Don't
at
make fun of
Stewart.
my crazy look.
She has a Grungeon's jacket on, an HH jacket on, and another Grungeon's jacket on.
Plus 3 layers under that. So a total of 6 layers on top. Not joking.
Taking it to you from Stewart Causeway.
Yes.
And today we're trying this bridge. We have never fished it before, really, right?
Yeah.
And then we're gonna try to catch some triple tails. And what else, Sizzle?
Yeah, whatever's on the structure and the pilings. And yeah, triple tail is definitely one of the target species. As far as here, we can catch everything here. You know, black drum, redfish, snook, everything hangs out at the bridges.
Theoretically.
And this particular bridge is supposed to be loaded with fish. So like Brian said, we're fishing a brand new spot today, trying new tactics, and we're just gonna bounce around here at this bridge and see what kind of fish we can put in the boat.
Yeah. So
That was a nice double up.
yeah, it was awesome. Let's get back to fishing. Taking you along with us.
Yes.
Let's hit it.
Let's go. I think I had a fish on. That's a nice fish.
Let's go, Sizzle.
We'll see what it is. I don't know. It's fighting weird.
It's fighting weird. Maybe it's your first black drum.
It's a croaker.
Nice
Giant croaker.
Nice, we'll take it.
We got dinner, baby. Look at these monster
That's a
croaker
monster
hole.
croaker.
Heck yeah. I love that noise they make. It's so cool.
All right, and you guys can see Darcy's just using
Bite's turning on.
Wintertime down here in Florida, you catch everything with just a shrimp and a jig.
Now I found a croaker hole.
All right, guys, we got beautiful light right now. You see that pretty fish?
So pretty.
It looks like a redfish. These are so delicious. We have a great video from the beach, right, with Captain Paul.
Yeah, and I also caught a pretty big one in our home waters not too long ago. But this one definitely beats it now.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Related to the redfish.
Get
Great
that
snook bait when he's smaller.
Yeah, and delicious.
Yeah, oh, so good. All right, Sizzle.
Ooh, it's a nice fish.
Yeah?
Yes.
I better get the net. So you better catch that fish.
Oh my goodness.
Well, you basically got a bait rod there.
Can't stop him.
You are killing it right now, Sizzle.
Oh, big drum, big drum.
Big
Get
drum.
over here, baby. Yeah, baby.
Whoa.
Oh, beautiful fish. Stay hooked, baby. Come on. Oh man, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Catch 22. Oh, come on, baby.
Nice fish.
Come on, baby. Come on. I think
Darcy's
my
been dying
drag
to
is
catch
not
one of
set
these.
very good.
Stop, don't push that drag. Good girl.
Yes!
You did it!
Today was worth it!
You did
Yeah,
it!
buddy, just like that.
Oh, okay.
Yes! We did it! That's a slum! Woo! Yeah,
you totally did
buddy,
it.
that is a stud right there. All day, at least 10 pounds, if not more. Look at that black drum, baby. I don't get to catch a lot of them. Today is already a freaking awesome, awesome day. Look at this.
You did it.
On a half a shrimp, just sending back half a shrimp on a jig, bouncing it right off the bottom, and he just crushed it pretty close to the boat. He was hooked good. He wasn't going anywhere.
No, he wasn't.
Also known as big uglies.
She's been wanting to get one of these drums for like 2 years.
I
And we've
begged
never-
Brian to go fishing today, and he wasn't about
I
it.
wanted to go to Boynton and get our trab traps and kind of take it easy because we went fishing hard the last 2 days, get them at 4 a.m.
Look at my
And
personal
she wanted
best
to catch
black
these fish.
drum,
Look at
baby.
this bad boy. Nice. That's awesome.
Sick.
You totally did it, Sizzle.
Sick.
You totally did it.
Look at that fish. That is a beauty right there. Gorgeous, lit up black drum. Like I said, my biggest ones ever are usually very small, under 6 inches long. And that is a freaking beast. Yes. Did it. Did it.
Nice job,
Nice
Sizzle.
fish. Look at his whiskers right here too, which is really cool. These whiskers, they sense the bottom with, so you can see those whiskers. And they got no teeth in here. If I can pop this now. No teeth in there, but all really rough. That's how they crush things with the back of their throats and stuff, but you can actually hear them making drum noises. I don't know if you'll be able to hear them.
Oh, wow.
Hear that? It's really cool. I just love the noises that all drumfish make. Come on. He was doing it before.
Yeah, we've been taking pictures.
The
He's a little
croaker
dead.
was a little louder.
He's a little dead.
Anyhow, I need to stop playing with this fish. Let's get back to fishing and let's see what else we can put in the boat. But great start to the day. Finally.
Darcy's catching me dinner like it's her job. I guess it is her job. Darcy's job is to catch me dinner. I just made up this crap about putting it on YouTube. I'm the real genius.
Yes.
I want to point out, guys, I'm gonna break up with my girlfriend again. Her own boat, catching her own fish. She doesn't need other people to put her on fish. If we go someplace else, that's fine, no problem. I understand you're in a different location, but she catches the sheepshead, the muttons, you've seen it. It's a fish killing machine.
Thanks.
So proud.
I try. He's only proud when the plan actually comes together. And then, like, if he warned me last night, he said, if we don't catch any fish today, you're in big trouble.
I did say that.
He said, if we do, you're a hero. So I'm a hero.
Right. I tell you, like, why we're here today is because, you know, in the winter here and down South Florida, there's a lot of fronts in and out. And we've learned a lesson. We get destroyed the day after a front. You don't want to fish immediately after a front because there's a change in temperature.
What's up?
And,
That's a nice fish.
And everything else. And the fish don't know what's going on. So you got hopefully it settles down a little bit.
That's a really nice fish. Really nice fish.
So you,
Really
so you
nice
want the boat to be
fish.
a little stable.
Really nice fish.
I guess it's a really nice fish.
Really nice fish.
Want to drift back?
No.
There's a lot of current here. You drift back, you'd be better.
No. Oh my God. He's huge. All right, drift back.
Drifting back.
Wait, no.
Turned off the spot lock.
Looks like it's another drum.
Probably is.
Get ready.
Well, I'm ready.
Get ready. Put the spot lock back on. He's close.
No, I'm not doing it.
Oh my God, I got another.
She does have another.
Oh my God. Oh my God. They're further back. Whoa, dude. This is crazy.
These might be bigger.
Hooked. Stay hooked. No.
He doesn't like that net.
Get away from the bridge.
You okay? Take it easy, nice and relaxed. Whoa.
Boom! Sick!
He's a lunker.
Dude!
That's a bigger one.
What? Heck yes! That's what I'm talking about. Insane. That was insane. That was an insane fight. That fish pulled so hard. Man. Unreal. Brian was like, we gotta go after catching the last one. And I was like, let's just try it a little longer. So again, now it's double hero, I guess you'd call.
I guess you would call it.
Man, right in the top of the corner. Look at that. Look at that. He wasn't going anywhere. A lot, like these fish feed from the bottom, so when they get hooked, it just sets right in the upper lip there. And it was actually set pretty good.
Really good.
And he's actually got like, he's locking down on me. But he's got like no teeth, but it was set right in his, look right there, there you go. Set right up there.
Nice.
In the lip, it wasn't going in. Ooh, listen.
Get him in your neck, yeah. Hold him up, I'll do it.
Hear that? So cool.
It's a different tone than the croaker.
It's literally a drum. Really cool. I love that sound.
So hold on, so that's that sound. Let me see, I'm gonna
Listen,
try and
listen.
dub in the croaker right next to this. We're making music.
It's like a heartbeat. Here's exactly how I'm catching these black drums today, okay? So I got a shrimp right here, medium-sized shrimp, no big deal, but what I like to do is not fish a whole shrimp. You can, of course, it's totally up to you. A whole shrimp, you get a better presentation because they flip and stuff, but I just broke them in two live. Sorry, poor dude. And then you take just a mustad jig, simple jig right here. I think that's 3/8 ounce. I'm not 100% sure, but anyhow, just using a size jig that matches with the current so it gets down. And all I do is just take the hook and run it right through that part I just broke off. And then I come up through the horn on his head here, just like so. Then run that through, push the jig in, and now that jig is completely hidden inside that shrimp, and it can drift back naturally. And now that it's broken off too, there's a scent in the water. We got tied on with a loop knot. I like to use that when I'm fishing jigs. And this is a 20-pound fluorocarbon leader, approximately 4 or 5 feet long. And then that is attached to my main line, which is 20-pound braid. And I've just got a standard Elite Series Tsunami rod here, paired with an SR6 from Accurate, a little spinning reel, and it's a perfect little setup. And that's how I caught both those drums. And that last drum, by the way, is a pound heavier than that last one, so 10 pounds. All right, let's get him another one.
Nice job. So I just mentioned I've been using a whole shrimp, hooked like through the head a little bit, like a lot of guys do, so the tail really wigs and they stay alive. But all I do is getting stolen. I didn't catch any fish. I caught a baby snook you saw in the beginning, and she catches every fish in the world like that. She's caught big tarpon, every snook, every sheepshead, everything. So I don't know, whatever she's doing works, as you can, as you can see. And the setup is pretty light, you know, and the leader is super light for you guys really fishing drums. But you know, you gotta do what's appropriate for the bite, the depth, the current, and all that stuff.
Ooh, oh God. Oh. Oh.
Get them up. Want to go back?
No.
I think you should go back.
Oh my God, it's another one. Unreal, y'all. This bite's unreal. On light tackle, it's so much fun. Woo! Big flash. Here it comes.
When that fish goes low, you gotta go low too. Let me get behind you.
Woo! I did it again! What? Oh, unbelievable.
You are killing it.
Black drum after stud black drum. Sick, guys. This is so sick. Woohoo! Hell yeah. But anyhow, once again, you can see that jig right in the, oh, he got hooked good that time. Right in that upper jaw all the time. That's just how they eat. They eat right off the bottom. So this jig is getting right to the bottom, and I'm just ooh, there he goes, drumming. And that's exactly why they're called the black drum, by the way, because of this drumming noise they make.
And she literally caught that a minute after we showed you how to do the shrimp, like a minute.
All right, guys, we are back at the house with our beautiful black drum. This is actually the smallest of the 3 fish that I ended up catching. And just so you guys know, there he is. And just so you guys know, this guy was a total of 23 inches long, which is a keeper, and you're allowed to keep one over 24 inches long. And I could have kept those other 2 fish, but honestly, I just released them. They're nice big breeder fish. And again, this one is plenty enough meat for both Puddin' and I. So let's just dive right into this. I got a few knife selections out here today. We got an 8-inch bony knife, a 9-inch fillet, and a 7-inch fillet from Smith. And I think we're gonna start with this one. So I'm gonna be straight up honest with you guys. I have never filleted a black drum in my life, believe it or not. And we don't catch a lot of them in our home waters. So it was a really epic trip. Can't wait to go catch some more. So like any fish I would ever do, and just like I told you, I've never filleted one. So we're just gonna dive right into this. Very similar to a red drum or redfish, which I've caught in the past. And I'm just going underneath those scales so we don't dull our blade. And we're gonna go up at a 45-degree angle and get as much of that head meat as we always can. I know a lot of you guys like to focus on that head meat, make sure we get it all. So with these fish, they're pretty hardy, and like this whole head area is just very hard. So I went up as far as I could, and I think I did pretty good there. Just make sure that's a clean cut. All right, and then we're just gonna turn that knife right back around and wait till you just see some of these scales coming off. I know the bigger they get, I actually said on video, forget what size I said they get to, but they actually get to over 100 pounds. It's insane. And I'm left-handed, so I do these things backwards than you guys are used to. Now we're just gonna follow that backbone all the way down. Just like that. Get to the tail portion, which is what I like to do, is I like to go through, knock that out. Now we're just gonna follow that backbone down, and we're gonna see the structure of this fish. And just like any other fish I would fillet, you know, I'm doing this the same way. Just kind of feel with your blade, and this takes some practice. Ooh, look at that meat. Wow, this is gonna be good. I'm so excited. Now I'm angling back down underneath his spine bone. See those scales right there? Just insanely thick scales. So you're gonna need a sharp knife in order to get this done correctly. Going down where the pin bones are, up here by the head, break through those. And I like to really keep the rib cage bones intact. You can cut through them if you like. All right, here we go. There's the first side of that beautiful black drum. Not bad, and I honestly think I got every piece of head meat. That is just hard as a rock up here. So I went up as far as I possibly could on that fish. So let me know, drop a comment down below if you think I did good job on my first black drum ever. Big ugly. And looking at this meat so far, I don't see a worm in sight. I know a lot of you guys say there's worms, but we are gonna keep this guy actually on the half shell, so I am not gonna know if he has more worms in there until we eat him. But worms are good for you. They grow hair on your chest, as my dad would say. So right here are pin bones, and what I could do is I just can go in like so, kind of knock those out. We're gonna cook this guy, like I said, on the half shell, leaving the skin on the back on. And I can kind of go in here and then just angle my knife to the side and knock it out. Probably my smaller knife would be good for this. There's a little piece of pin bones. And that fillet is ready. Delicious. Look at that white meat, looks translucent, really pretty. And again, I don't see any worms. I don't know if they go on the front or the back side of this fish. But anyhow, that is gonna be amazing. And so we're gonna go ahead and finish up the other side of this beautiful fish. And the rest of the carcass will be used for my stone crab traps to get more of these beautiful stone crab claws to make pendants for you guys. This is on the website, available for purchase, jumbo size, as well as awesome sterling silver necklaces and stuff. And there'll be a link below for the coupon code on these knives and sharpeners I love to use. And this is my favorite diamond sharpener. So we're gonna get it all ready to go and finish up the other side of this fish. And I'll meet you guys in the house for the cooking with pudding portion of this video.
All right, what's up, guys? Thanks, Darcizzle, for filleting up that fish. Filleting up, I guess it's a fillet, right? Or on the half shell. Put it right on the counter here on the granite. And welcome, guys, again to another edition of cooking with pudding. I hope I did that the right way. I always mess it up. And I just put it right on the counter. I was watching a cooking show the other day, you know, because you guys might not believe this, but I am not a trained chef. I'm just learning just like everybody else is, and just like Darcy's just learning, and you know, we don't claim to be experts, but I saw someone, they said, I cleaned my granite, so they just put the food right in the granite. And that really got my brain going, so I'm trying it out. You guys tell me if that's a good idea or not. Why clean a cutting board? I don't know. We're trying something new. So I'm gonna do this nice and simple. I'm gonna just coat it. I'm gonna put it on the barbecue. A half shell on the barbecue. We put a post on Facebook of how to cook this. Is like how we usually do. So follow Darcy on the Facebook and the Instagram and the Twitter. And you're gonna get some extra interactions there, maybe help us out with some of these videos. And a lot of guys said, just do it like redfish on a half shell. A lot of guys said fry it and some other things, and that's all great. And a ton of people, just for, you know, kind of being negative, like, oh, it's full of worms and throw it out, and, you know, that's not a huge turn on for me, you know. And this fish was about 24 inches. And so, you know, it's not that big. You know, maybe, you know, I'm such a great photographer, maybe it looked huge in the picture. And Darcy has the straightest arms in the history of fishing, but whatever. Anyway, there wasn't a single worm in it. And we also filleted the other side with the skin off, and there was not a single worm on either side or nothing, all right? And so I'm just gonna put that oil on there, and then some salt and pepper, and then we're just gonna put it right on the barbecue. So we'll see it at the barbecue in about 3 seconds. All right, here we go. I gotta be a little quiet because you know about my trashy neighbors and their nice dogs. I got the barbecue on. Oh, I got it on way too high. I'm gonna put it down to medium heat. I'm just gonna slap this on here. Perfect. Now, typically, you know, you guys see me I put tomatoes on here and lemon a lot for an acid. And again, I've been learning a little bit, and I guess acid, if you apply heat to acid a lot of times, it will diminish the flavor. So I'm gonna put some lemon on it at the end, all right? That's gonna take 10 minutes an inch, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, it's been about 10 or 15 minutes. I actually checked it like twice. It took quite a bit. I actually put some but some butter on there. And now I'm gonna put the lemon on. Hopefully I don't start too big of a fire. So I love to use these things. And we're all set. All right, we'll see you inside for the big taste test. All right, Darcizzle, let's see how it tastes.
Time to eat my black drum.
I actually haven't tried any yet. I'm sorry, it's delicious, tastes like redfish. All you people calling it bait and had worms in it. I mean, no, it's delicious. Again, not a
That
huge
was
one.
very good. I actually, right there, I just took a piece of the top of the head, and I cut a little bit into some bone right there. So I just had some bone I needed to spit out. But besides that, it's very, very good. No complaints. And again, no worms, like you said. I was kind of shocked after everybody telling me online that they're just full of them. But
yeah.
now we know.
I think the distinction is the big ones are like most fish. And again, a lot of fish have worms. Grouper, wahoo, all kinds of jacks are known for worms. But so what? You either pick them out or you eat them. Who cares?
Sea trout has worms.
Sea trout.
Yeah. But like I said, you
good.
can't eat the worms. You could literally just cook them and they'll put hair on your chest.
That's the Ariel way.
Yes. There you go.
So at the end, so as usual, talk about our sponsors really quick. Everything is always in the description, guys, to find wherever we use in the video. So the knives, code's in the description, 15% off. Darcy's necklaces and all her gear and merch and shirts and apparel and 8x10s and calendars. Calendars are on sale right now. Description below and all that great stuff.
Yeah.
So check that all the time, and thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I definitely had a lot of fun making it, and can't wait to go do it again and catch some more new fish and put them on my boat. And it's just so rewarding. It's very rewarding, and you know, the time and effort that goes into it and the plan that comes together, it just makes it that much more rewarding and icing on the cake. And yeah, so we reap the benefits, and now hopefully we'll catch some stone crab claws with his carcass. So
Yeah.
let's circle of life. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. We love you. Until our next adventure, follow your dream and keep on catching. I don't even have a sip yet.
Because you're lame.
Good morning, everybody. Darcizzle and Pudding coming at you this morning, bright and early. We are down here in the beautiful Florida Keys, located actually on Big Pine Key at the very, very end of the key. And this series, because we're going to be here for a few days and making awesome videos for you guys, but this series, Florida Keys series, is brought to you by Landshark Logger. So thank you very much to our awesome sponsor, Landshark, for sponsoring this trip.
Yeah, they sponsor a lot of our travel, so thanks again. And today we're going to check some bait spots. Our first day here after about a year, or no, after about 6 months.
2 years.
So I'm going to check.
Well, we haven't been here in our boat.
That's correct, right? We haven't had a boat down here in like 2 years. So we're going to check the bait spot. We're just going to put some fish in the boat, and we're going to take you along with us.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's go. All right, guys. So this first spot we're just checking right now, for the heck of it, is a common fishing spot. It's called Little Palm Island, Little Palm Resort. If you guys never heard of that because you're not rich enough, like me,
Yeah.
it's like a private island where the really rich, famous people stay. It's like $3,500 a night, and you can only get there by boat, so it's pretty
Lots
ritzy.
of famous people have stayed here, and I've heard it over on the news over the years.
Yeah, you're on
Like
the news.
Kathy Lee Gifford and all these other people.
It's where the really rich people stay. It's super expensive. Anyway, it's right on the main cut coming out of Big Pine on the south tip, so it's got a nice channel that people fish out a lot right in front of it. And actually, we hooked a tarpon right here. Last night, we just came out for fun. Darcy hooked a tarpon on a blue runner, and then we caught a spinner shark, which jumped more than anything I've ever seen. Oh my God.
That's nuts.
He's off.
He's off?
Going back at me. Hooked up. Wow. Holy cow. Holy cow. Whoa.
And a couple other little fish. And actually, the ferry captain here said that there's been bait around here, so that's why we're here. So I want to thank him, and just letting you know what's going on so you can do it too.
So we did a little bit exploring for some live bait. Oh, a bunch of chum still in there. And we brought a pinfish trap with us so we could catch live bait, of course. And you can see my chum is in there from yesterday all coming out. It's mostly, oh, gross. I don't want to bring that on the boat, right?
No.
Wow, that's a lot of chum.
Let me see the bait. How much bait you got?
That's a good amount.
Nice.
We loaded up. All right, guys, this is our pinfish trap. You can see it's a 2 foot by 2 foot, a larger size trap. And it's got 4 openings, which is key here because no matter which way the current is going and which way the trap sets on the floor, the fish can get into it. We got right in the center an area to put your chum in, so that's a 5-pound block we just put in frozen. And we got a weight in there to keep it on the bottom of the ocean floor. So that way it does not get away from where we mark it on our GPS. So that's about it. Just put the lid on and we just put a strap over it and we're all set. We're gonna catch some more bait and drop it right now. But at least we got bait to go catch some tarpon.
How do you know where to put it, Darcizzle?
You put it in areas where there's seagrass because the seagrass obviously holds life. It holds the pinfish and the bait and the small snappers and stuff. So usually close to the grass edge, if you can. You can put it right in the grass as well, but usually what we like to do is like right on a sand bank, right next to the edge of a seagrass is usually a perfect area. Something had it. It was way over off to the side.
All right, guys.
Here we go.
Under a bridge.
Bite's picking up.
We're doing we're waiting for the current to come out. We like the outgoing current at this particular location. We're dead baiting for tarpon, which means we're chumming, throwing out chunks of carcasses, and Darcy's trying to sight fish, but the sun's not quite high enough. The water's a little dirty, because you're going to attract a lot of nurse sharks like this. So she's going to try and mostly sight fish.
We just caught one.
Yeah, caught one nurse shark so far. I didn't have the camera on yet. They're, kind of easy to catch, harder to avoid, which is what we're doing. So, oh, and all those pinfish we caught before, they're all dead because we went over to this, what's the name of that place?
Big Pine Fishing Lodge, I think?
Whatever, I'm just gonna tell you. The Big Pine Fishing Lodge, we pulled into their harbor and it smelled like crap and the water was such a horrible condition that all my baits died. So, that's just facts of the matter. I don't want to say anything bad about them, but the water in the marina killed all my baits. So,
yep.
When you go into the marina,
Don't bring bait.
don't bring baits. It's ridiculous. Every one of those pinfishes is dead.
Everyone. All right, I'm hooked up. Really not sure what I have. Basically what I'm doing, like Brian said, we're dead baiting. So I'm just constantly letting the line drift out with the current. about 50 feet and then bringing it back in, reeling back in, and then starting all over. And sure enough, looks like we've got another bycatch, which is part of the tarpon game here in the Florida Keys. You get a lot of nurse sharks. So this guy is the second nurse shark I've caught, and looks like he's hooked right in the corner. We might be able to get that out. What do you think?
Yeah, we'll give it a shot.
And if we can't, of course the hook will rust out. But either way, we're gonna try to get it out. That's a little juvenile nurse shark we got, maybe 3 foot long.
All right, guys, got a hook remover. Put it on the hook. And you're gonna pull the hook one way and the line the other. Hopefully it'll come out.
Perfect. Good
All
job.
right.
That is an awesome little device. That'll be on the Amazon store down below if you're interested, but that's been on the boat for years and it works great.
All right, we're gonna try the other side of the bridge. There's a deep channel over there, or a ledge, which would make sense for the tarpon to go up, so we'll give that a shot. We never fished there before. Well, we fished there before, it's never caught anything before, but yeah, keep trying spots. All right, so now we're hooked. All right, so now we're set up on the edge of this ledge on the side of this bridge. And I'm marking fish in the bottom, so maybe I have a chance to catch some mangroves or something.
Yeah, there should be
Who
snappers
knows?
here.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna be tarpon fishing, Brian's gonna be fishing the bottom.
Great, and we're cutting up chunks of, basically we have chum out. We're throwing out chunks of dead carcass fish. Cutting up with our Smith knives, of course.
Let's catch a fish.
Let's catch some fish, stop talking. A lot of talking, no fishing, no fish.
Reel that blue runner up. Off. All right, that was really crazy. Just came up and set up out here. We took a little afternoon break to get out of the middle of the heat of the day. And so we came back to a spot where we hooked 150-pound tarpon easily last night. And sure enough, just got a bite on my pigfish. Took a little run there, and then it just kind of popped. So we're gonna find out right now what happened, if my hook's gone or what. Darn, my first bite of the day on the new lucky rod. Hook's there, darn.
But the gist of it is we caught like nothing today. Tried a bunch of spots. And
Just
the
tarpon
wind,
fishing all day.
tarpon fishing all day. Just the wind has just been atrocious and messing up the water. So we've been trying to dead bait, which you kind of, you got to see the fish really to get it to them. Otherwise, a barracuda or a nurse shark gets it, like I was saying before.
Right.
So haven't had great luck yet, but this is what happens when you fish on your own in your own boat. You go to a new spot, you got to see what's going on for a couple days. Darcy said our new lucky rod. Where does the rod go? I don't know. I bought a nice star rod yesterday from Lower Keys Tackle. Go check that place out if you're in this whole area. Who works at Lower Keys Tackle, Sizzle?
Donna.
Yeah, and what's the staff like?
It was all girls.
All girls at Lower Keys Tackle. So go to Lower Keys Tackle. Like 3 or 4 women in there working, and we love it. We can't get enough.
Everything went wrong today.
I did text these nice folks over at Lower Keys Live Bait to distinguish from Lower Keys Tackle. And they're a nice couple, and they sell live bait around here, I guess. And I'm gonna try and scam some pinfish out of them today. So Sizzle, you stink at fishing.
So.
Darcizzle took a mic off, but the current died. We're hoping to get a good bite for the sundown, but the current just died.
Did not happen.
Did not happen.
Did not happen for us today. Got that one nice bite on that pigfish, and that was about it when you guys saw me lose that fish. But that just goes to show you that we're just like everybody else, and we don't have a successful day out there all the time.
So.
I mean, beautiful day, no complaints, following our dreams.
That's
but
true.
We just didn't get any fish, except bait.
So here we are at the camp, though, is where we're staying. Our friend's house is right here. And they got a bay boat, flats boat, contender boat, got a bug boat over there. Full-on Keys lifestyle. Anyway, we'll see you in the morning.
Good morning, everybody.
It's a new day.
Today is redemption.
Redemption.
We're going after it, and we're gonna catch some fish today.
Stepped in a little bit late because we're so depressed, and it's like still blowing 20, gonna be blowing 20 all week.
Yep.
And here's where we're staying.
Yes.
It's very Keys-ish.
No, it's just this super cool fish camp.
Yeah, I'll give you more tours. I'll give you a tour eventually, but
Yes, on my coffee.
I'll get you coffee. Gotta have a vat of coffee in the morning.
All right, this is how we get to our boat, though. We're
Yeah,
gonna
here we
hop
go.
across some stuff.
Yeah, follow. So So we're gonna try and hide between stuff today and maybe hit some bridges.
Yes.
Right, Sizzle?
Exactly. All right, so this is a 31 contender. We're just gonna hop across to our flats boat over there.
Yeah.
See how we get on.
Our buddy is already out fishing, so there would be another boat here. It's pretty busy here.
Yes.
So we have a good friend Kevin lives here. Our good friend Eric lives here.
And there's an actual ramp here.
Got a
which
ramp.
We're really lucky with a ramp. And now we're ready to go fishing. But yeah, today's the redemption, like we said. Yesterday we busted our butt for hours on the water, both in the morning, took a little nap, then came back out with no success.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We are just gonna switch it up and do something different today. But first we're gonna go get live baits from some fans.
Yeah, and we're gonna try bridges today, and then maybe holes the next day or something else to stay out of the wind, and show you guys when you come to the Keys, it's freaking always windy.
Yes.
So you got to be prepared to be backcountry inshore to catch fish with your family, and we're gonna be showing you that some today, and we're working on a little good luck charm. I was fixed.
Bad idea.
This is a good idea.
But
because yesterday we did not have a banana and we caught no fish.
But
so today
at this point, at this point, it's a good idea.
You can't lose. So
go ahead, drop a comment down below what you think about the banana on the boat. You know the rules. You know what it means.
Because we don't want to say it out loud.
Yeah.
All right, backing down.
They spooked. I saw them all run out the second I threw. So not a waste of time. Okay, so I just threw my cast net a couple times here. We got a load of mullet that we came across this morning. We just did a little exploring. We've never come to this area on our boat before. Just kind of cruise by nice and slow, marking the bottom, see big fish spooking the mullet. And we're gonna come back in the morning when we got low light conditions to catch them. So now we know where mullet's at.
All right.
All right, we just came to our pinfish trap and we are loaded. Got crabs, all kinds of good stuff.
Whoa, you hit the mother load.
We hit the mother load.
Get him in.
I'm trying, hold on. Beautiful. All right, so we learned to take the plastic off the chum.
Now look, I know we haven't caught any actual good fish yet. We've been out here for like 2 days. But Darcizzle is the what?
Master baiter.
The master baiter. And we have nailed down where mullet is.
We're not moving this pinfish trap.
Where a ton of pinfish traps are.
We're not moving it. We have an assortment of different pins, but this little guy is called a gumdrop.
Nice.
He's gonna catch a big snapper. Yeah, I see seaweed. Oh, you got a fish. There's one under you. Come down.
Oh!
Look like a jack.
You look like a big mangrove to me.
Look like a jack.
What?
Look like a jack.
No.
All right, guys, so up at No Name Bridge, we've had no success once again. Instead of tarpon fishing like we did yesterday, we really just set up with the live pinfish we got, put out like Carolina rigs and fished the bottom, drifted
Chum.
back baits, had a ton of chum out, just dropping carcasses over the side, and Brian got that one fish we lost at the boat, and that was it.
Off to the next spot, followers and fans of Darcizzle and
With the
Darcizzle
banana.
Nation. Oh, the banana is still in effect over here. It did bring us luck finding bait, but it has not brought us luck catching a fish. All right, Darcizzle, hide the booty. All right.
Sideways okay?
Sideways is great. All right, so we set up on another bridge, and we got a ton of mangroves behind us. I'm starting to get some nurse sharks. So usually the nurse sharks come, and then hopefully you see a tarpon come up to your boat. We got bull sharks. So let's get some more activity now.
Yes.
How's it looking down there, Sizzle?
Good. Well, I'm in and out between the clouds right now, but yeah, a lot of sharks I see. A bunch of mango snappers piling up behind the boat with the chum. And in addition to the chum running out the chum bag, I am using basically dead carcasses, cutting them up with the scissors and letting them go out like every 5-10 seconds. So that's how we're keeping the fish at the boat. And hopefully we see a tarpon here real soon.
Yeah. If we had some more carcasses from dolphin and stuff, we'd be throwing a ton of crap, but we don't have a ton of crap yet. So, all right.
Get through it.
All right.
Good job, Puddin'.
Who caught the first fish of the trip?
I'll get him.
First edible, decent fish.
With his banana friend.
With my banana friend. We've been sorting through baby mangroves, and I finally got a halfway, I would call that almost a medium.
It's a keeper.
It's a good keeper.
That's what matters.
It's a 14.
Probably up, yeah, 14 inches.
Hold them horizontal so it looks bigger. Whoa, look how big he is.
He's huge.
Nice.
Taking up the whole screen. All right, first fish in the boat all day. It's like 1 o'clock. But we're still following our dream and having a ball on the water. This is our office. So
We gotta keep reminding you about our dream of following.
we literally just got them chummed up, and usually you have a smaller fish right by your boat because they're dumb, and the bigger ones further back. So that's where you want to get your baits back. It's where the big
All right,
boys
so
are.
I'm using a tiny jig and a piece of shrimp. All right, you ready, Darcizzle? Going on our
Yep.
6th, 7th fishing trip.
Yep.
Let's make it happen.
Make
This is the
something
time.
happen this time, I hope.
This is the time.
Still got the damn the freaking banana on the boat.
The banana was the only time we caught a den of fish or anything we could keep and eat in the cooler. We had a
don't
banana
know.
on the boat.
I don't know about that.
That's the actual fact. In the
Jinx.
Keys, I caught a mangrove. Nothing else we kept.
I guess so.
We've gone through 30 gallons of gas on a flats boat and still haven't,
More than that.
as far as we know. All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Backing down. All right, attempt 27. Take 2700 on trying to catch some quality fish in 30-mile-an-hour winds. As you can see, it's slightly breezy.
Just slightly.
Just slightly breezy. If you're going to the Keys, you need to plan for this to be happening, okay? I know you waited all year for your 1-week vacation. You're going to the Keys, you rented a house, maybe it's a month.
Yeah.
You better be prepared to be in the backcountry. All right, let's go, Sizzle. I'm using a shrimp on a jig, and Darcy is using a pilchard, not a pilchard,
Pinfish.
pinfish.
Eat them. Need redemption. Nervous. They're very lively when they first go down.
How can you tell he's nervous?
I can feel him.
Because his
Look at my
current
rod
and your
tip.
weight and
Watch my
everything
rod
else.
tip. Oh, this bird.
Nice job.
He flew into my line, babe.
I know he did. Can you get us off this thing while he's biting me, I guess?
I'm filming. What do you want me to do?
No, just put
Drop
that
the
down.
camera?
That's not important. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Brian. I got a fish on.
Is he?
Dude, help me with this line. He's swimming up.
You're a loon. Oh, my Lord.
Ay, ay, ay.
You got a bird and a fish at the same time.
And
You
I
showed
got
the
a fish
camera on
on.
something besides my groin?
I was
That's much
filming
better.
the fish.
All right. He's full of chum, but he's here.
There he goes.
Let me.
He's eating it.
There's my girl.
Get out of there. That's a nice fish. Now let him get sharked.
Woo. Come on, baby.
Yeah. Woo. Hell yeah.
That's a girl.
On the gumdrop. Big snappers under the bridge. You gotta use live baits and weed out those small ones. You get some monsters, baby. Hell yeah. See, so you can see these are big snappers, but they're not the biggest ones in the world. And I'll show you my bait here in a second that I'm using to catch these guys. But you gotta let them eat it. That's the whole key to success here. I just whooped that fish really quick, so it's really lively and beautiful, but
Sun's
really
in the
nice.
direction, but sorry. I'll come
Okay.
over here real quick so we can see him. He's pretty. There you go.
A really nice 2-pound snapper there, using just really light setup and just ripping them out of the bridge. So I'll show you exactly how I'm rigging up this bait next. But again, shrimp are gonna get you the little fish, which is happening to every boat next to us. You use a little bit of a bigger bait, like a gumdrop pinfish, you're gonna get a bigger snapper. All right, let me show you. Let's get them off the hook and get some more.
Listen, guys, I tell you all the time, it's the little things. It's getting up early. It's getting the right bait. It's finding the bait spots. And Darcy's throwing munkers in front of all these people's faces. You know, they're not as experienced as her, and that's fine. But you can see they're using shrimp. They catch a 10-inch fish, and that's a nice mangrove, and you know it. So
He was hooked so well, he wasn't going anywhere.
nice.
Okay, so that's a gumdrop pinfish. That's like a little baby pinfish, just like we call them gumdrops. Thank you, Captain Dave Sugar from Sweet Enough Charters. Got the name from him. All right, so little gumdrop, that's what's gonna weed out the 12-inch snappers, and you get a bigger snapper. This is exactly how I rigged it up last time, and this is what I'm gonna do again. 20 pounds, a little iffy on the bridge, fluorocarbon, but I'm also trying to get the bites, and all I'm doing is just taking that hook, running it through the bottom jaw, up to the top. That's exactly how I did it last time. And then 2 feet down, I've got a little bit of split shots, just to keep them on the bottom. But the second it hits the bottom is when I get the bites. And I know you guys are gonna be like, what's up with the glove, one hand? What's up with the glove, not on the other? I got cut really bad on a piece of glass when we were treasure hunting. Did you see that treasure hunt video? It wasn't filmed in that video, but I needed stitches. So I'm just trying to keep it covered and keep that down, that's why. All right, here we go.
I'd like to mention that she needed stitches, but she didn't get any stitches.
No.
We didn't realize, the thing's been open for like 4 days now. It's not that great. All right, catch him up.
Yeah. He's nervous. Now they're casting all the way to the bridge too. Oh, he's nervous. Oh.
Let him eat.
I did. He ran. He popped. Oh, here he comes again. Oh, they need like to be fed. He's eating it. He's eating it. Ooh.
Are you guys watching this?
Big fish, come my way.
Woo! Another nice one.
Another nice one.
Ow, ow, I just poked my foot.
Brian.
I just stabbed my foot.
I did that to myself on a mullet like back in January, and I had a mullet bone stuck in my tooth and my toe for like 5 months. All right.
She literally did have it stuck in her foot for like 5 months, and it was like inflamed and everything else, and then it finally popped out and she was fine.
And I showed it to you, yeah. I was
And
like,
yes,
there
and,
it is.
And 2 days ago, a splinter from her tooth came out.
Yes.
You guys
I'm falling
don't
apart over here.
I know why you guys don't want to collaborate with her, because she's tough as nails, Rob.
He's a little smaller than the first.
Oh, you better get to be a bigger one.
Look. More chum too, immediately. We're about to lose it.
So bossy. My job is to keep Darcy fishing. I'm like her personal assistant.
He's on. Oh, it's a shark.
Yeah?
Feels like a shark.
Or a cobia.
Gone.
Yeah.
Come on.
Nice.
Steady reel on this guy. Still a nice fish, gonna be a keeper. That's a 2-pound snapper. But he just ate that big old pinfish bait. Oh man, he wrapped me up. It's wrapped up, babe.
It's coming?
Think so. Come on, fishy.
Come on, fishy.
Come on, fishy. Come to the boat. It's grouper. I don't know if that's gonna keep. But...
Not gonna keep.
All right, check that out. That is a beautiful gag grouper right there. Not going to keep, but still a really nice fish. We'll get a quick measurement on her. We're gonna see what happens here.
22.
One day we'll get a keeper. Pulled him out of that freaking bridge on a 20-pound fluorocarbon leader. Let's let her go.
Nice.
Right into the current. All right, bye. Thanks for the fight. She just took off right back to the bridge. Sick.
Nice job, Darcizzle. Yeah, it's a pretty common technique when you're grouper fishing or got something down the bottom. Like they'll go in a hole, and then you take the pressure, open your bail, take the pressure off the hook, and they may swim back out, and then bam, 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 you lock it up and reel them in. So
Yeah.
that's another little thing that Darcy's doing to land fish.
Clump fish.
Filming.
I can't get it out.
If you can.
Get out! Little reel. Holy cow. That was nuts. That was the battle of a battle right there. Ugh. What is it? It's underneath your rod. Hold on. Whoa, Lordy. Crazy. That was a crazy battle on light tackle. 2 big fish back to back. I don't know how I got that fish out. No, that's not it.
Why holding that spool? Fight your fish.
He just came out, I think.
Fight your fish. Get off that spool.
Brian, stop.
Give it more gear. I shouldn't talk to her. She's so much better than I am. He's in and out of the rocks.
This is fraying my whole line.
I know.
Whatever it is. It's coming out, but it feels just like... No idea.
Is it free?
Hold on.
All right.
Yeah. Big snapper. Big snapper. Wow, they're powerful. Oh, oh my God.
No, it's not.
It's another snapper. It's cobia.
Woo!
No way! Boom! Cubera in the boat! Hell yes! Whoa. Hell yes. No way. No way! No way I just did that. Like that fish was just freaking in the rocks, in the bridge, all the way up in there. Let him run the whole entire time. And then I just freaking just pulled him back in like nice and slow, and I was constantly just rubbing on structure. And then when I saw that fish come up, it's my first cubera.
That's your first cobia? Yes, it is.
My first biggest one, my biggest one down here was 19 inches in the Val's Canal 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this fish.
That's a good one. That's bigger than mine, isn't it? That's like 10. Maybe more.
No, yours is bigger.
No,
He's
mine was
probably
only 8
6.
pounds.
He's probably 6.
No.
Look at this. Just absolutely buried. 20-pound fluoro right in the corner of the mouth. That is stuck. Like, that's not going anywhere on that fish. What a beaut. Oh my goodness. Heck yes. That's what fishing's all about. You just put in that time and effort, and that 3 days of catching no fish just paid off with this one fish for me. I'm just like thrilled. You have no idea. I can't believe I got him out of that structure. It's literally a miracle. 20-pound braid, 20-pound fluorocarbon, tiny little circle hook.
5-0.
And that's a freaking beast of a beautiful snapper there. Probably a 6-pound cubera. I'm thinking we can get a weight on him, but yours is bigger, Brian. Beautiful,
Nice.
beautiful fish. I just can't believe I got him out. That's what broke us off the last 2 times. Felt exactly the same way.
Yeah.
They just grab the bait and run. And they run you right into the structure. They have to have the drag locked down. But again, I just felt that fish run straight back, and then just open that bail, let him run again, and then sure enough, just slowly reeled him in, and again, a miracle. I was feeling structure the whole time. Freaking sick. That's sick.
Crazy. What do you think about the banana now?
Good
What
luck.
about the banana? Oh, hide the booty. What do you think
luck.
about the banana?
Good luck.
Good bananas, good luck?
I think so. All right, back to fishing. You tell the people what you think about the banana. It's your idea, Captain. Let's compare. Come on, buddy. I got him out. I think I got him out. Get the net. No way. No way. This is amazing. Show yourself. Oh. 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 I knew it. I knew it. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Back-to-back cameras! I knew it! Yes! I got him down pat now. Dude, I knew as soon as that fish hit, it was a cobera, hit exactly like the last one. He's literally his twin, just a lot darker. And these fish pounce on it. They're not like mangroves. Actually, no, I was feeling a tap, tap, tap. But once they grab this, they run straight into the structure. Just did the same exact thing. I don't know if you guys saw that at the end there, but I literally just held on to this spool and just prayed to God it didn't snap. Because I was holding that fish's head away from turning himself into the structure. That's the only way I caught this fish. I mean, there was no other way to do it on this light tackle. So sick. Back-to-back coberas. I mean, that is, again, 3 days of showing you guys our adventure here and you know what it takes to come out down here and catch fish in an area you don't know too well. This fish is so green, I can't even pick him up. I just whooped his butt. He won't let me pick him up. Come on, dude. Everybody wants to see you. But just showing you guys, you know, the trial and error of what we go through and the frustrations and the feelings we feel. And then we come out here on the 4th day, right? We've been here since Thursday?
Friday.
Well,
we got here Thursday night, and Friday we had like half a day. I think like the
3 full days. Well,
two and a half
full days on the water.
Yeah, 2.5.
Not anything to show for it. Had that tarpon jump in the morning, you know, that first day, and then ever since then, I've almost been like sad. I'm like, I want to go home and catch more fish in Stewart.
Yeah, she was like, let's go home early today, literally.
Well, I'm saying maybe I said let's see what happens the rest of the week, and maybe we'll go home early because you had mentioned that.
No, we were really down in the dumps.
Look
I mean, there's no
at
question.
And we're about to leave the fish. I'm so upset about it, but at the same time, I know where they are now, so we're coming back here. So don't give away our spot too much. We got to fish here before everybody else does.
This is a very popular fishing spot. There's not news here.
That's a good point. That's a good point. All you Florida Keys people, you guys know exactly where I am. So
everyone fishes this bridge
come
all the
out
time.
here and do this too. Just use your angling skills and get these beautiful fish up. But I mean, those are solid snappers for inshore. This is literally 7 feet of water that we're fishing and catching these big snappers. So they live here as well as big grouper. Now the goal is to hopefully get a keeper grouper later this week. Back-to-back cuberas, baby. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Yeah, but it's time to run home.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I would stay here all night and fish, but we got to get back. Sick. Yes, I told you it was another Vera.
Oh, you nailed it, baby.
I was like, one more bait, and Brian let me this time. And it worked. They're basically twinsies, right?
Yeah.
Is that one shorter?
Want a picture like that?
Sure. Is that one shorter?
Maybe. All right, guys, we had a long 2.5, 3 days here in the Keys. I'm just editing this video, guys. I'm sorry, this is very informal. I got the microphone right here.
Yeah, we're just being real with you. We've had a long day. We're celebrating with land sharks. I'm waiting for actually Brian to finish his work.
I'm over here editing at a table.
Yeah.
And this is the place we're staying. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and he's holding the mic and camera, so I'm holding his other beer, but I got mine. Woo.
Thank you
But
very much.
special thanks to Land Shark, of course, for sponsoring this trip. Right.
Darcizzle totally killed it. I was so proud of her. It was just incredible. Total redemption. Total redemption.
Yes.
That's about it. We're going to wrap it up.
Thank you guys for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed.
Until next time.
Follow your dream and keep on catching.
catching.
What's up, guys? It's another beautiful day down here in the Florida Keys. We're out of Big Pine Key today, and we just started the engine, and we're gonna back up down this long canal and get ready to go on another adventure. So middle of the day, we actually had to finish a YouTube video that's complete, and now it's time to get some fishing done, get some bait, get some chum, spend more money, you know, same old game.
Yeah, check out that video. It's really great, honestly, guys. It was really a nice story with Darcy. You know, having a hard time and getting some redemption.
Both
Awesome
of
video.
us.
Yeah, mostly you though. And today we're going to try different things. We got to pick up our pinch chip trap, get some chum. We're going to try some tarpon, maybe some mangroves, and we'll just see what happens.
All right, guys, here we go, picking up the pinfish trap, and it's loaded. I can feel them kicking in there. Oh yeah. Always nice start to the day when you got plenty of bait. Yes.
Noise.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Got crabs, you got gummy pinfish, you got everything.
All right, real quick on the pinfish trap. I don't want to spend too much time because we went over it a lot in the other video. You get your pinfish trap at Cujo Sales. You put a block of chum in it. You put it in the grass flats, okay? Where there's a decent amount of current. Sometimes we like to put it in a sand spot within a grass spot. You pick up the next day.
Look at this guy. Legit bite out of his back and he's alive. Look at that crap.
Nice.
That's crazy. This shows you how resilient fish are. That's a way old injury. Cool.
All right. Got our chum and we're at the spot.
Yep, we're gonna show you guys exactly how I'm catching mangrove snapper today. Haven't caught any yet. Brian's got a lucky BANAN on the boat, and I cut my leg already. Nice.
All right, Sizzle, you can throw it over right here if you want.
Right here?
Throw it over there. Throw it to the right. We'll get a little closer.
To the right?
Yeah, that way we can drift right over it. I'll back up a little. Go ahead.
This side, right?
That's fine. Doesn't matter. Tip number one with your anchors, have plenty of chain. 20 feet minimum. I don't care how big your boat is.
Not a lot of current.
No, we know there's not a lot of current. So we position ourselves here at the low, and we're gonna fish the incoming. All right, there's no current yet, so we use the trolling motor.
All right, guys, so as we're waiting for the current to switch, because it still seems like it's pretty slack or just beginning to switch on the incoming here, just met a fan over here, which is awesome, and told us a little bit about this bridge that he's dove, but I'm actually getting rigged up as we speak right now. I'm using a little 4/0 circle hook in line, and I have 20-pound fluorocarbon as my leader, which is a little light for bridge fishing, but I'm also trying to get bites. So if I get broken off a lot, I'm gonna keep switching it up. Just tying it on with a standard uni knot. I use the uni knot quite a bit. That's like one of my favorite knots. Cinch it down. And then I'm gonna take a split shot right here. Probably gonna see what happens here if I need one right now, and then as the current gets like heavier and moves in faster, I'll have to use more weight to get it on the bottom because that's where the snappers are. So that's basically the setup. Gonna pinch this split shot on 3-4 feet up from my hook, and then we're all ready to fish, and we're gonna stick a live gumdrop on there, AKA pinfish.
Yeah, and I'm gonna use actually a little bit heavier gear because obviously you saw our last video. There's some big fish here. And really, Darcy's setup is, you know, she's an excellent angler, so she's catching those fish, but, you know, I'm gonna use heavy, she's gonna use light, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we're just gonna roll with it.
Oh, she's jumping right on.
There you go.
There we go.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys.
Thank you. You're welcome. So nice to meet you. Next time if I see you guys out here, I'll bring stickers for your daughter.
Yeah.
I'm using 20 and 30. It's really light, I know,
Really
but
too
I
light,
get a
so
lot of
you do what you
breakoffs
do.
because of that. Yeah. There you go. Cool. Awesome!
There
You're
we go.
welcome.
Now we got
Awesome.
something.
Very cool. Nice. You're welcome.
Good luck.
Thank you. Same to you guys. Catch them up. Yeah, we'll be here till like dark, and then we're gonna go home.
All right, still got a fish on. I don't know where she's going. Get her out of the camera.
Got him out.
I know, I can see that.
Man, that was insane, guys. I just learned my lesson here. Was using 30-pound fluorocarbon leader, wasn't getting any bites. The current starts ripping, and I'm like, man, I gotta fish 20-pound to get these bites. Sure enough, did. Check this out. Oh my God, big cuda. Whoa! Whoa!
Nice mango.
Whoa, we got, no, that's a cubera.
Oh, it's a cobia.
We got him. Heck yeah. Dude, that's what it takes, guys, okay? I literally just tackled down
Hold on.
from 20 to 30-pound fluoro to get the bites. These fish are so smart that in this green water, you would think like that you would get the bites on 30 or 40, because Brian and I have both been fishing bigger, like he's fishing bigger baits and I'm fishing a little bit smaller. We weren't getting any bites for an hour. And I literally 5 minutes ago just put on 20-pound leader. It's teeny tiny for a bridge, teeny tiny. But that's how smart these snappers are, including the cobia snapper. And I just got broke off twice, and then sure enough, I just pulled that guy out of the bridge, turned his head, and that's what it takes to get these fish out of this bridge. Unfortunately, you really need some angling skills to get them out. There's no way. They're just gonna turn you right around and just break you off. Oh my goodness, we're getting the bite on now.
I literally can't believe it. Like, she was fishing 30-pound.
Yeah.
We had like an hour waiting for the current to get moving. It finally got moving, the chum was going out, and we're getting any bites.
That's
and, like,
how smart
yesterday,
these
at this time,
are.
we're getting bites. And she just went from 30 to 20 fluoro. And she just, the second she put it in, she lost, you know, got rocked up. But she got the bites, and then she just pulled this one out. So
Yeah.
it was literally, it was like a light switch. I couldn't believe it.
That's, I mean, but that's the difference between catching fish and not catching fish is like, you know, most of the captains, like even like Captain Pat Smith, Daymaker, he would never tackle down to this. Like, there's just some things you gotta do to get the bites, and I'm out here trying to make videos and, you know, do my job. And so anyways, I got him out of the structure. That's what counts. So you know what? 20 is working. It's just like a battle of the battle. And I just had a 7-foot barracuda come up here and try to eat him. So
Yeah.
all right, guys, so if you guys have been watching our Florida Keys series down here, you know, as you know, this trip is brought to you by Landshark Logger directly. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, baby. Landshark time. It's actually past 5 o'clock. I should have a beer right now. But they sponsored this trip for us, so they help us with our travel expenses. So want to thank them for another epic day on the water. But we need to get back to fishing and stop talking. Let's go.
And it's also epic to have an ice machine at the house.
Yes. Get out there.
Yeah, having an ice machine is like one of the sickest things in the whole wide world. But anyway, also, I know you guys always ask, where do you find Landshark Lager? Where's Landshark Lager? It's not in my area. It is, okay? And just like anything else, guys, it's a little life lesson. Google Landshark Lager near me. It's gonna pop up. They have a website, landsharklager.com, with a locator, okay, for your zip code. But just Google it. All that's gonna come up, okay, guys?
Get him, Brian. Get him out. Short pumps. Sick. Get him, babe. What you got? I'm backwards. How'd you do that? That is some wild crap right there. How did you do that? We were about to double up and mine just got taken.
I hooked him in the tail.
That was crazy, Brian. How'd you do that?
I'm good.
That's a really good angling skill to hook, and a circle hook in the tail. And it's a keeper fish.
Dad, insult to injury.
Brian's playing with
I
his
was
fish.
playing with his fish hooked in the tail, and
Brian's
he bit my
playing-
shirt, and he bit my belly. Look at this.
Brian's like, ow, he bit me.
Did I show you guys this? I caught him in the tail.
Oh my God. What was that?
There's sharks here too. He got
Whoa.
hooked in the tail. I caught him by the tail, and then he bit my belly through the shirt.
Tarpon! Tarpon! I just jumped the tarpon.
We just caught
Did you just see that?
tarpon. You see that?
Did you just see that?
Yeah.
Right at the boat.
Jesus.
That was sick.
How big was it?
20 pounds. 15.
Oh, good. That's perfect.
He was so little, he almost jumped in the boat. He was
Yeah,
right
he did
here.
almost jump in the boat.
I was like, what the hell's going on with my line?
He's going crazy over here at the bridge. I got bit in the belly. I caught a fish by the tail. I got bit in the belly, and then a chopper almost jumped in the boat. I don't know if they got that on film or not, but.
It's feeling like a grouper this time. No, it's a Ming.
Nice one, sizzle.
Yeah, that's a nice Ming. Nice. Ooh, sorry. That he hit
medium.
differently than those caberas. They don't freaking like bite it like, I don't know, it was just a different fight that time. And I hooked him in the mouth, but
He's also much smaller.
much smaller. Still it's really a stud mangrove. It's just so much smaller. So much smaller than that cubera. It's another mangrove. Wow, mangroves are chewing now. It's another nice one. Woo!
My shoe fell off that time.
Oh, he got hooked on the inside. Wild.
Got it?
He's right here. Oh, there he is. Another mangrove. Smaller. He ate that little grunt. All right, guys, we are back at the house, and we've got our cooler here. I've already got to work and got some fish done already, but I left the biggest ones for you guys to fillet on camera live. Here's our biggest mangrove snapper, very nice. A few other nicer ones in here too, but yep, that is definitely a mangrove. So let us head over to the awesome fillet table here right at the fish camp. You see that was a tiki hut, and then we just walk right over here, right by the water, and you know, everything goes right into the canal system. One day, hopefully I'll have a house like this, because this is just the perfect setup for somebody who lives on the water like we do. I'm actually gonna give him a quick spray, because he is a little skunked up with some slime. Okay, I'm diving right into this fish. Gonna use my 9-inch Lawaya. This is a fillet knife, 9-inch Lawaya from Smith Consumer Products. Very flexible, bendable knife that I like. I like a flex in my fillet knives, so I can work it around those bones. And you'll just see here in just a second how sharp this knife is. But super affordable, and then even better, I have an awesome promo code, Darcizzle15, to receive 15% off these awesome knives, whatever you want on their website, plus free shipping. So it's really a great deal. And you can see that we're just making quick work of this beautiful fish. Smith is also known for their sharpeners, so go out there and get your knife sharpener as well, because over time, your edge will dull with anything. If you cut a lot of fish or fillet a lot of fish, it will happen. You're cutting through those scales and bones, so they're really well known for their sharpeners, but also well known for these knives as well. So you just saw we knocked that off, no problem. Beautiful piece of meat right there. And then we're just gonna go right in with the same exact knife and slab that off. Beautiful. And then of course, a little bit of pin bones. Outline those out. But we are starving. Time to celebrate, have a delicious meal in the house with this beautiful mangrove and the rest of the fish we caught. But I am very, very excited. And we took the skin off because we want the skin off this particular time. Maybe in the future we'll do another one with keeping the skin on and cooking them on the barbecue. That's our fish right there. A little bit of meat right there that we just pull off. And there he is. He's all set. Ready. And I'm not really gonna take the cheek meat on this fish. I know a lot of you guys like to see me do that, but it's just so small I mean, he's a nice fish, but it's not really a lot. It's not really worth it. It's probably gonna be like this amount to cook. So I'm not gonna do that, but his carcass is gonna be saved. He's going right into the bucket along with his skin, because hopefully we're gonna use that to catch a tarpon down here in the Florida Keys. So stay tuned for some more tarpon content if you wanna see that as well. All right, so I'm gonna finish up the other side of this fish and then drink my land shark and then meet you guys in the house for more land shark and cook it with pudding.
Thanks a lot, Darcizzle, for flaying up those mangroves and also those coberas she did earlier. Welcome, guys, to another edition of Cooking with Pudding. Big Pine in the Keys edition. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I know you're excited. I am too. Today we're going to be cooking up. Well, you know, when you go to the Keys, sometimes I don't know, you feel like you're camping. It's completely civilized, but I don't know. You go down the Keys and you act like it's a third world country. Like it's not. It's fine, but you might be staying in some strange house, a different house. You might actually be camping. You might be in a trailer. You might be in a mobile home. You might be in a hotel or a motel. So you don't have all of your familiar kitchen gadgets and ingredients available. Obviously, there's stores. They have Publix and all this kind of great stuff. So, oh, here's Darcizzle.
What's up?
Here's the star of the show.
Yes. You guys are asking me too lately, why am I, this is a side note. Sorry, we're going on a tangent
She's
here.
kind of taking over my
We're going on a
side of the show, guys.
Why I'm wearing like clothing and like jackets and pants and stuff, and it's because of the no-see-ums. That's why. They're like, it's weird that you're wearing that in June.
There's bugs
like,
everywhere.
I know, it's very hot, but like, I was just downstairs and I'm wearing pants on purpose so they don't attack me. That's why. Okay.
All right.
But yes, feels like you're camping.
I don't know if we mentioned it in this video, but what about the banana situation? We had bananas on the boat this time
Yes.
too. So now every time we have bananas, it's a big deal with us in our business. And I know it doesn't, you guys don't think about this, but if we don't create a video, after a couple days or a day, that's kind of like we're not kind of getting our work done.
Yeah.
And so, but now every time we bring a banana, we make a video.
Yeah.
We're up to 3 in a row now.
We are.
Killing it.
We are.
And also let me know if you like this view, like how it's placed here, because it's again,
Banana life.
we're not in our familiar situations. Anyway, okay, so we're in Big Pine, staying at a friend's house. We don't have all our usual accoutrements. Is that how I pronounce that word?
Condiments.
Condiments?
What?
Accoutrements, whatever.
Condiments?
Anyway,
We can't even find measuring cups.
are you still in my portion of the video?
Oops. Butter's burning.
This is what I need. This is what we need, guys, right? Do I bother her with just fishing? Yes,
Right,
but
right.
whatever. All right, so I don't have my recipes, I don't have my stuff, but we're gonna make Pudding's Big Pine special sauce. And first I'm gonna cook this fish. I'm just cooking the fish in butter. I put salt and pepper on it and just throw it in here. Look at this, guys.
I'm
You
his
see this?
helper.
You're not helping.
I'm being quiet and helping.
You don't sound quiet. Anyway, so we're gonna use Pudding's favorite ingredients, not in any particular amounts or orders. And that, of course, is butter and cream, garlic, and what, Sizzle? Sugar. That's right.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to add acid in there too, but we're gonna make it work. So anyway, all right, so I got the fish in here. As I just always tell you guys over and over again, 10 minutes per inch. Here we go. We're gonna cook it up. I'll be right back when it's done and show you how we're gonna make the sauce.
Boom.
All right, guys, the fish is done. Came out delicious. As I always tell you, man, just don't overcook the fish. It's very simple. Poke it with a fork. That's all you got to do. So I got that there. Now I'm going to make the sauce in the same pan. I'm going to use all these little pieces that fell off my fish. Sometimes I even put a little extra pieces in there, so it's going to be delicious. We're going to start it off with a little butter. Maybe a little more butter than that. Look at this big thing of butter Darcy bought. She thinks she's from Amish country. This is roll butter. We had to go all the way to Marathon to buy that. I'll add a little more butter, because that's one of my main ingredients. Butter, cream, sugar, garlic. All right, butter's melted. I'm gonna add my next favorite ingredient, heavy cream. Brand new heavy cream. I'm gonna put in like a cup. I just use this as a base for how much I'm gonna make. Nice. Stir it in, you wanna burn it, you wanna make sure you lower the heat. Nice. The only measuring cup they have here is half cup. So, just like I'm saying, you gotta rough it a little bit when you go someplace new. All right. Stir it up good. Ooh, we got broccoli in the oven too. You wanna check that, Sizzle? Here. It's probably not done yet. All right, next step, I'm gonna add some lemon. I usually like to use my lemon squeezer thing. I just learned my lesson. You should really squeeze this in a bowl first, like so you can get the pits out. So I just threw like 5 pits into the sauce.
Fish.
Yeah. All right, rest of my lemon juice. At home, I have a lemon squeezer, and it never happened. So again, that was one of the trials and tribulations of camping. All right, all mixed in. Now I'm gonna add my garlic. Oh, it's a lot of garlic. The Arrowhills love garlic, so I got some green stuff for garnish. Darcy loves that. It's gonna get a little color. It's too much. And we're gonna add sugar to taste to make our Big Pine special sweet cream sauce. And you just do this a pinch at a time. Whisk. See, I got a whisk. It goes in a blender, but there's no blender. So we're good. This is what I'm talking about. This sauce is actually coming out a lot thicker than some sauces I make at home, so it's really quite good. Look at this. You see that? Can you smell it? Can you smell it? It smells delicious.
Smell-o-vision.
You can't smell it? Oh, why it's good. If you guys didn't know, I have a superpower. Is that I'm impervious to heat. So good. So good. All right, Darcizzle, come over here. I want to see you make a plate. I'm going to put this asparagus on your plate for you first. She likes to have the asparagus and then the fish and then the sauce.
Yes.
Let's see it, Sizzle.
Is that my plate?
Yes, that's your plate. I'm going to get you.
Thank you.
We're going to zoom in on you. Look at this.
Sweet. Love asparagus. Love the sauce. Love the fish. As you guys know, if you know the story, at least you guys that have been following us a long time, you know I grew up catching these mangrove snappers. So it's definitely something special to me when we catch them, and always brings back memories, of course. And I'm wearing a mangrove snapper pendant today in honor of catching mangroves. And these new chains are about to be available on the website as well, so stay tuned for that. When you see this video, they won't be there, but in the next week or two, and I'll make another announcement, but just a heads up. Stay
We have
tuned.
all kinds of other stuff on the website too, though.
Stay tuned for that. Yes, plenty of necklaces, but I'm just saying the sterling necklaces are not available yet.
Well, the sterling necklaces are there, just not the sterling
The chains.
chains. They have on leather chains
Sorry.
and all kinds of stuff. All
The
right.
sterling
Anyway,
silver
make
chains
your
are not
plate.
available. Oh.
Ready? Should I just pour this?
Oh, you want to make a mess? Go ahead.
Yeah, that's how we Puddin does it.
All right.
I'm doing this through the camera, so this is pretty daring.
Whoa, that's good.
That's good?
Whoa, it's leaking, it's leaking.
That's okay. That's gonna catch fire. Let me turn this off. Anyway, it's all good. It's all good in the hood.
Good job. All right, it's time to meet you guys at the table.
All right, Darcizzle.
Thanks once again. Chef Puddin on point. Haven't even tasted it yet, and I know it's delicious.
It's I don't know how it got thicker than usual, but I'm telling you, it's freaking delicious.
I do like a thick sauce, that's for sure. I got a knife here to cut the asparagus, but yeah, it just complements the fish so well. Oh, so good.
I just fold the asparagus and it goes right in my mouth. Look.
Delicious.
You know what I'm curious about, guys? If you liked the camera angle, I had it set up on the counter as opposed to like on a high tripod or Darcy holding it, and it just felt really nice to me. And so was this shot on that little tripod. So let us know in the comments about that. Minor.
The bomb. Love the lemon, love the cream, love the basil. Can't get enough of all of it. And I usually make him like double and triple the sauce recipe so we have extra when we catch a lot of fish. Yummy.
So,
Doesn't get any better than that, guys, down here in the Florida Keys.
no, we're having a great time, and we got we got some more days coming here.
Yeah.
And the next video, we went out to one of our favorite spots that we love back in the backcountry. And so we got the drone up, so really check that out. I think it's some sort of catch and cook, but whatever.
Yeah, next week.
Yeah, and that's it.
That's about it, guys.
I don't know.
Well, thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you guys are enjoying the Florida Keys content. Make sure, like you said, drop a comment down below. Give it a like if you do, so that way we know. And we'll be back here hopefully real soon. But until our next adventure, follow your dreams and keep on catching.
I'm sure you're drinking my beer.
It is.
Ew.
Yes. All right. Woohoo! What's going on, guys? It's a glorious day here in South Florida. We're gonna do some inshore fishing today. We are gonna be focusing on tiny bridges. We're gonna be pitching baits under tiny bridges and seeing what lives there. But currently, we are waiting for some current to start moving. So in that meantime, decided to target some tasty sheepshead underneath the docks. And while we have no current right now, this is just the perfect time to target these guys, and it's season for them. So we get a lot of giant sheepshead, aka convict, that come into our inshore waters this time of the year. And a lot of them are this size and bigger. And that was a perfect shot on that fish. They're all up high, feeding on the growth that's on pilings and whatnot, and that's why they're the fish with human teeth, because they chomp it off. And that's what makes them so excellent too. This was my second shot of the day, and we caught a fish. So we're just waiting for that current to start moving, and then we're gonna start hitting bridges. But it's always good to get a fish in the boat right off the bat. Nice.
What's that? What do you see?
Oh.
Whoa!
Watch.
There's jacks under this bridge. Nice job, Darcizzle. Otherwise,
Whoa.
if you're new to the channel, I'm Darcy, that's Brian, of course. The original fishing couple.
Sorry.
This big jack's under the bridge, just shot the fish right there. So we're trying to circle around and sneak up on it. Very exciting.
I can shoot a jack.
I know. So you can shoot any, that's a good question, Darcy. You can shoot any unregulated fish, and mostly sheepshead and drum here in Florida.
And guys, do your research too.
Yeah,
Like,
check your regs in your area.
you can't like rely on what we say.
Yeah, because I don't know your area.
Yeah.
And we could be wrong. And you know, I've been doing this like 50 years. Darcy's been doing it 30 years. We have 1,100 YouTube videos, so stick around. We're gonna slay some fish, I think. Well, I got a fish, fish on.
Whoa.
Or something else.
You don't have a net.
It's a sheep.
Oh my God, there's sheep chewing us.
Not a huge sheep.
Take it. That's a nice one. Let him run.
Oh, we got
Oh,
around
he's
his gill.
wrapped. He's
Got around his
wrapped.
gill. I
He's
went around his gill.
I don't know what to do.
Grab him. There you go.
That's a
Woo!
keeper, dude.
Wouldn't
That's
it?
a nice one. That's the biggest one we've got. Hold on,
That's
down here.
that is a nice one.
Down here. He's eating it outside the dock, right?
I don't think so.
Or are you under the dock?
I was under the dock.
Nice work.
See, putting you as a bait caster because I'm high level.
All right, I gotta get a catch fish.
No,
Hold
no,
on.
no, 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 no.
Hold
We're
on.
moving. We're
Hold
moving.
on. No, we're not moving. We just caught a fish.
No, I just caught a fish, not we.
Ew.
All right, guys, we're just hitting spots.
Woo!
Working up to our bridges.
Dude, you just caught one the size I shot. Like, that's awesome.
No, he's
yeah,
way
dude,
bigger.
That's a nice one.
He's way bigger than the one you
No,
shot.
it's the same size.
Look at that freaking lunker. There's the jig.
That's what I'm talking about.
The jig weight's gonna match the current and the depth.
2 sheepshead.
You know,
We went-
any old effing Googan can shoot a fish.
That's not true. That's very hard.
Eh,
It's very hard.
is
Water
it though?
refraction, how deep they are.
Eh.
Yeah. That's why nobody does it. Any Googan can fish.
Nice sheep.
Good job.
Jig in the face.
Jig in the face.
So one thing we just tell you is that, you know, you need current. If you have current, just hit as many docks until you catch fish.
Wait, did you feel him bite?
I didn't really feel him bite, no.
No.
I don't remember.
You don't remember.
I was so excited. But yeah, we're fishing kind of horizontal here, so it's hard to feel a bite on a sheep on a horizontal line.
Nice work.
You know, if it's that straight down, you can feel them bite. But you know, we're doing a horizontal thing on a
You
current
want
right
to put
here.
him in the well, you can. And,
Yeah, let's put him in the well.
You have your pliers right there. I gotta put the plug in. But.
Yeah. So nice job by me.
Big sheep.
Hello, fish catching king. Spam.
So where'd you cast?
I've been casting on the piles. So another thing I was doing, I'll move out of the way so you can see Darcy's butt. Instead of casting between, in the middle of the segments, the dock segment, I was casting on the pylons. So a subtle difference, but you know, a great fisherman once told us, it's not enough to be in the spot with a fish are. You got to be in the spot, in the spot. So this is a nice fishing spot, but you got to be in the spot, within the spot. All right. Just so you guys know, all you kooks know, I love to know what gear we're using or whatever. It's cool. This is a Revo Inshore, so it's an Abu Inshore baitcaster, and I got on a Tsunami rod back when Darcy used to be sponsored by Tsunami, which is about 10 years ago now. Airwave, these are great rods, regardless. And 30-pound fluoro leader. And what is this that Lee Fisher fluoro, Darcy? I forget. I don't know, but Darcy's sponsored by Lee Fisher, and they got some great fluoro out. So we've been using that lately. And again, just a jig. This is I love this color, but I'm not sure it matters. Again, the jig size depends on the weight. I mean, jig weight depends on the current and the depth. So Sizzle still hasn't caught a fish yet.
No, I guess it's time to move.
Time to move.
Yeah. Oh, nicer fish. Oh, oh Lord. Get away from that net, dude. Get away from it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Flip him?
I guess.
He's
Hold on.
huge, dude. Oh my God. Oh my God. He's huge.
It's not that big.
He's huge.
Oh, he's big.
He's huge. Nice and steady, nice and steady. Just nice one smooth drop. If you see it isn't. Dude, just lit. Nice job.
That's
Dude,
a nice
that
one.
eat was weird. That eat was so weird. Dude, that's a slob. That's a slob.
Good size.
Dude, that's a slob. Look at his belly. What? Put him on the marine mat ruler. We apologize for all the noise,
Yeah, we're on our bridge.
but we are doing our bridge fishing.
He's a good size, 18.
Dude, that's a nice fish. He's really fat.
Yeah, he's fat as hell.
That looks like that's a fish full of eggs. Bro, look at that. Just full, really fat fish. Yeah, he's 18. That's a keeper.
No, he's almost not. He's 18 and a half. He's big.
Whoa, I just had my mouth. Yeah, no, he's 18.
Yeah,
That's 18.
that's a big fish.
Dude, that is a nice sheep.
Let me get over here.
The way he ate that was so weird. I have to tell you, it didn't feel right. And it was way off the structure too. Look at that slob. That's a nice fish, man. I'll take it.
It's beautiful.
Woo, baby. All right, so we're also in an area where we can catch black drum, but they don't seem to be wanting to play today. But we fish for them the same exact way. Look at the jig hanging right out of his mouth. That's the jig that I like to use. Whoops. For these guys are hard to hold by their gills. They're really weird shaped. But actually, he wasn't going anywhere. We forgot our landing net today, so we're doing the weird trying to flip these fish in and not lose them. But I could have flipped him all day. He was not going anywhere.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times it's hard to hook them. But there you go. Look inside that mouth now. You can really see those chompers. You can see how these teeth constantly break and regrow, so they can just. It's literally human teeth. Look at that. Wait. Ew. All right, we're drifting back pretty good. We're getting some moving current now. To see if we can get another species in the boat, but 3 sheepshead for dinner is
Oh,
not.
no, again like this, I'm gonna see.
It's not too
He's so
shabby
big.
at all. Dude, this is slob.
Look
Slob,
at that.
baby. I broke his fins because he fell. 18 inches. That's a nice fish for this area.
Yeah.
And actually, we haven't even spotted one on this bridge. They're just staying way deep, so I can't even shoot them with an arrow. You got to catch them by hook and line. Awesome. Big ass shrimp. Oh! I didn't even know he was on. Had no idea he was on. I just reeled tight and he's there. I think I got a snook. What is that? What is that? Is that a redfish? Oh my God, it's a redfish, Brian. Flip him. Come flip this redfish quickly. He swallowed it.
Where is it?
It's a redfish.
Is that a
Or get the
poker?
net, whatever.
It is.
Quickly, 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 quickly. Stop hanging them. Oh my God. Fishing a tiny bridge, and you catch them unexpected. I'm so sorry. I'm very excited. So these fish here, I know this is like a common fish for a lot of us Florida people, but where we live and where we're fishing right now, they're very, very, very rare. He was just sitting under there with this in his mouth. Oh my God. Look at that beautiful redfish. Always exciting to catch these. I believe this is my 4th or 5th redfish ever in 15 years of fishing these waters. Incredible. I thought I put it on the boat. Nope. All right, that fish is not a keeper. It seems to be ripping. No way. Get him, Ryan. Camera on?
All right, yeah.
Yes. Get him, get him, get him.
All right, guys, I'm a little bobber fishing.
You got one, didn't you?
No, I don't know
You
what I
got a
got.
red.
I don't know. It's underwater. It's not on top.
Come this way. Oh.
What is that, Jack?
Good old Stinky Jack. Fancy Jack. Good job. That is the biggest jack of the day.
This is the biggest jack of the day.
Woo! All right, so we had to quickly let that redfish go. Shortly after you guys saw that, I removed the hook out of his mouth. We let him go. Didn't get that on camera. We just got this jack, but you never know.
My battery died.
Yeah, you never know what these tiny bridges, like, you just never know. You have to explore. It's the smallest bridge. There's hardly any water under here. There's maybe 2 feet of water, and you never know what could be sitting there, hanging out, wanting to get hooked. So pretty cool. We've caught slot snook here. We've seen tarpon roll through here. So you just never know, like, the cool species that like to hang out under a little structure like this. You gotta explore.
I'm gonna do one more.
You gotta explore.
Didn't you catch your first slot snook here?
I did, all those years ago.
Nice.
Yes, I did catch my first ever slot snook here.
With Captain?
And this
with
is
Captain?
actually one of my very first spots many years ago. Learning how to cast, and I threw it during the mullet run. I
Yep.
caught 2 snook in the net.
Yes.
So cool.
Captain don't talk to us anymore.
Oh,
Darcy learned to fish and he got mad. I'm starting Captain gossip now.
he doesn't watch this. It's okay.
What?
He doesn't watch this. It's okay. That's what happens with most of the local captains.
That's what happens to most local captains. Because Darcy steals all their spots.
Yeah, that's the other drama. Maybe one day we'll talk about that. That's actually a good video. The drama of fishermen, they're the worst. Bait
There
guys
goes
are
my-
the worst.
There goes my shrimp.
Stop losing all my shrimp. One more bait for you.
Yeah, there's more drama between bait guys than there is at your wife's bachelorette party.
It's insane. Literally insane.
Hold on, I got a fish on here. He's so big, he's like a fish.
Here, I'll give you room to cast. He needs room with nobody's line in the water because he can't handle it. Oh my Lord, catch a redfish, please.
The bigger the shrimp you put on, the faster it gets bit off by a 4-inch mangrove.
A black drum, a black drum. Why don't you tell everybody about your shoe tag?
Shoe tag, I'll give you a shoe tag update. I'm not gonna tell you about it.
He's not returning them.
Still got it on.
He's not returning them. He thinks he's cool. That's literally what it is.
I'm testing these high seas half-price boots because I have a theory that they're all the same boots as these Huck, Pelagic, Grungens, extra tough boots. And other people just rip you off and try and charge $120 for a pair of rubber boots. So these boots are so good that even the tag won't come off yet.
The tag won't come
Even
off.
the tag doesn't
He's
come off.
testing the tag.
That's my catchphrase.
He's testing the tag too.
It's part of the whole system. If the tag doesn't come off, imagine how
Gotta
big
make
the
sure
boots
it's
are.
all there.
I'm just
So
saying.
no, he's worn them so much, there's no returning them.
I must have worn them a dozen times and the tag's still on. I don't know how she caught a redfish and I throw out a lobster and I can't catch a fish.
A lobster. Oh, oh, oh. Oh! You got a fish on. Oh, he's not that big. They always act a lot bigger than they actually are. All right, guys, so just want to quickly show you how I fish my shrimp in our setup today. But I'm sponsored by Lee Fisher Sports. They're located on the west coast of Florida, and they have some really awesome products that I highly recommend, starting with their 5-gallon bucket. First off, it's like patented and it has really nice rope handle here. The lid that it comes with is also pretty awesome for your live bait. Has all kinds of things here, a magnet, you got a net holder, an air tube holder, rod holder. You can put a line here if you need to. And then we open this up, and then inside is my shrimp. And all I do is take the shrimp out. I like to use fresh shrimp when we're inshore fishing. You can use dead, but just it doesn't stay on the hook very well. And you know, the number one thing we always tell you guys is fresh bait and sharp hooks when you want to catch fish. So we got our fresh bait here. We got a nice winter-sized shrimp, and all I do with them is pinch them right in half, just like that, in between, so I can use those both as a bait. And then this already just got eaten by that mangrove. That's my size jig I'm using right now, and I keep switching that up dependent on current and how deep I'm fishing. You take the head, and you slide that into the meat section, and then slide it up as far as you can into the hard shell, push it in, and then fish it just like that. And I also like to fish it with a loop knot. Same deal with the tail. You just go into the meat section, far back as you can, slide it up, and push it in. That's literally how I just caught that redfish you guys saw. So that's exactly what I use, but I'm gonna link Lee Fisher Sports down below so you guys can check out their website, but they have almost everything you could possibly need, from stone crab traps for the commercial guys and for us recreational fishermen. I forgot to mention the bucket station on the bottom.
Oh, it's got
That keeps it sturdy too.
it's got a thing that doesn't tip over and you use it as a dog bowl.
I literally was gonna
That's
show you
pretty
that.
cool. So yeah, but good job. And you know, I use a live strip all the time and she does that, and some people poo-poo that, what she does, but she has caught every fish in the whole wide world doing that method.
I just think it gets the scent in the water and the fish just come over to it and they're like, ooh, I smell fresh shrimp, and they eat it.
I think it not only does that, but it doesn't come off as quickly. So like if you throw a live shrimp out there like I do, and the mangrove just pulls your shrimp off in 2 seconds, it takes them a couple bites because it's like all inside the hook. The hook's so bedded and everything else. So, but again, she's caught everything. Snook, every redfish. She's caught tarpon like that. Whatever, everything.
Caught lionfish like that. Caught
every fish.
yeah.
Every fish she's ever caught in the winter, she's caught like that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Hold on.
We got a fish on.
Hold on, hold on.
Pull and drag.
Get him.
Put it in there. Take it out of gear a little bit. Whoa, he's cutting across.
All right, all right.
Get the boat.
Coming.
Kind of cut across, kind of weird.
What happened?
I don't know, he just cut across like, I don't know, it didn't act like a jab.
You got a blue.
It might be.
He's across.
No, I don't think he's across, but he went across.
You got a blue.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know, he's almost skinny to be a blue.
Yeah, it's a blue.
All right, wintertime fishing, we always
Flip
love
'em
to troll.
in. He's handling these fish up front. Woo!
Ah,
Or
I'm
your
calling
wraps.
something. Bring him into the middle.
Oh, you got the middle rod.
Yeah, I got the middle rod. He jumped into the middle. All right, little bluefish on a nighttime
Hold on,
troll.
1 second. All right, all right, all
Hold on,
right,
give
all
me
right.
good.
This is how you get hurt.
I know. I was
Careful,
trying to
what are you
grab-
doing?
I'm gonna grab him. All right. I got big hands. Grab him good.
Oh my gosh, it went through the line. Holy cow. All right, good job, good job. I was cleaning up, bleeding fish, and Brian's yelling at me about fish on and blah, blah, blah. Good job.
That's like a snapper, big snapper, almost a cocktail. We're gonna keep him for crab trap bait, right?
Yeah.
Urgh. There's a limit now in Florida. You only have to keep like 3. It's ridiculous. Caught that on those Uzuris that we like to troll. And of course, in our store, website store, we have the ultimate trolling guide. You know, we catch a ton of fish like this, so it's like $10. Pick it up.
And we have everything else there. Holiday sale, 2025 calendars. We got necklaces and bracelets and keychains, decals, apparel,
Yes.
all kinds of good holiday gifts.
Yes.
If you want to
And the
buy a great gift.
calendars got more butt this year. A little more butt than usual.
They do. I autograph stuff for you guys and handle it all myself, so.
Yes. Thank you for your support over the years.
All right, coming to the bridge. Coming
Yeah, I
to the
figured out how we're gonna cook the sheepshead, something different for the folks.
honey hole. Something different?
Something different. I was thinking sheepshead française. We've never done that before. I think it's pretty easy.
No, what we should do is put them in the stone crabs. Wrap it in stone crab, like we've done before with many fish.
Or we have those shrimp in the freezer too.
Remember, like the flounder, and then those shrimp were bad. I threw those out. But
All right.
you know what I'm talking about? Like, you know, like what people do with flounder and crab and like roll it.
Yeah.
same
We
thing.
can do that. I gotta pick all those stupid crabs though.
Back at the house, it's the next day because we got home in the dark. It was pitch black by the time we got home. But anyhow, it's a glorious day today, and I'm excited to eat up the beautiful fish we caught and these yummy sheepshead. I got the biggest one out here, and I did in fact catch the biggest sheepshead, by the way. Brian was saying no. Anyhow, some days Brian catches the biggest fish, and some days I do, but it is what it is. So I'm using my Smith knives today. These are my Darcizzle custom fillet knives that I designed a few years back, but we have a 6 and an 8-inch knife. And then they also make awesome sharpening products on their website. And this is one of their like nifty little tools that has a whole bunch of tools in one. But here you can see it has like a coarse and a fine sharpener on either side. You also have a little cutting device here to cut anything. Usually we use it for braid and fluoro when we're on the boat. And it has like this nifty little keychain to attach to anything. So usually I have this on my bag, my little tackle bag at all times. And it has these little feet on either side to hold it steady. So it's like a non-slip grip, and it even has a hook sharpener on one side. So they're really cool. Their products are really cool. You get a wide variety of items on one product. All right, just gonna clean off that knife, get those metal shavings off, and let's dive into this. I'm gonna start with I guess I'll just start with the 8-inch knife today because it is a larger sheepshead. And my neighbor down the street, he says, oh, this is a sleeper fish, because a lot of people, I don't know, maybe a lot of you guys don't eat them, but they are really excellent. I do believe they're one of the best eating inshore fish out there. just because they eat all those tasty mollusks and oysters and barnacles and whatnot. Make sure you always get those scales off your knife edge. And now you're just gonna rest the knife on the bones. Basically let the knife glide along the bones and let it do the work for you. And now we're already to his spine, and on the spine bone, you just wanna put the tip in there just a little bit and just go over the spine, and then you're gonna go back down. Now on the top here, these are where the pin bones are, so you have to angle up a little more, because I really try not to open the innards of sheep's head because it's really gross. It's like full of rocks and all kinds of stuff, again, that they chew off the barnacles. They digest all of it. Now we're just going back down the other side and we're almost done. That is a pretty fillet. Lift up his fin. And we're done. Look at that, beautiful. But that's what I'm talking about. I wanted to leave all of that intact there. That's his rib cage bones, and then there's pin bones right here on top that connect that fillet that we just released. So put that to the side. Then we're gonna use the same exact knife. Once again, get rid of those scales. And you know, this is a tool just like anything else. So after every few fish that I fillet, especially fish with tough scales like a sheep's head, you do have to sharpen your knife. So that's why you guys saw me sharpening it on that little tool there from Smith Products. And then we're just gonna skin it like any other fish. It's not that hard to cut through. I mean, it's easy to skin a sheep's head because it's very thick skin and it's hard to cut through. So just like that, we fillet that off and then just outline that red meat in those pin bones and we're all set. That is gonna eat up delicious. And then we'll meet you guys in the kitchen for the cooking with pudding portion of this video. Nice.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of Cooking with Pudding. I got my hat on today and enjoying a land shark after our fabulous day of fishing. And just one last time, don't forget the holidays. Please check out DarcizzleOffshore.com. She has the calendars, the 8x10s, the apparel, the beautiful necklaces, the bracelets, all that great stuff. Thank you so much for your support. Hopefully if you learned something over the years on this channel and got some tips, then hopefully you'll reciprocate and take a look at that at least. Anyway, moving on. So as we said, we're going to be making, or I made, stone crab stuffed sheep's head. All right. Right after this, we went out and did some. Right after this video, we went out and did some stone crabbing. We're having an excellent season. So I got the recipe right here, right, and the B-roll. Put my glasses on. So first off, I had to break all these shells up. I had to make up about a half a pound of the stone crab. So I cracked the shells, got about a half a pound of meat, and of course those little claws we save for the necklaces Darcy makes. Chopped up some green onion, and I didn't really measure any of this. I just did it by feel. You know, it's one of those things like, you know, you taste it like meatloaf and you see how it, you know, see how it goes. So feel free to experiment a little bit. So cut up some green onion, red peppers I skipped, crab meat talked about, breadcrumbs. I threw in, it says 2/3 a cup of breadcrumbs for a half pound of crab meat. Again, I just winged it. I'm on a little bit of a diet, so maybe there wasn't a ton of that in there. 1 egg beaten, didn't have any egg. Left the egg out, all right, no big deal. Then I put some seasonings in there, salt and pepper a little bit, whatever. It says here you can use Old Bay, but you know, you can use whatever you want, emeralds, whatever you want to do. It's, you know, again, it's not baking a cake, so you don't got to be specific. 1/3 cup of mayonnaise. I use the good mayonnaise. We always use the good stuff for that. Oh. And sprinkle a little parsley in there for a little bit of color. You know, you can put onion in there, maybe a little celery, whatever you want to do. Mix it up real good. Try to do it with a spoon. So I do it with my hand, you know, just like I used to do in a deli, making tubs of what do you make in a deli? Macaroni salad, pasta salad, coleslaw, potato salad, mix it all up with your hand. So I did that. And then these sheep's head, they're not the greatest shape in the world, okay, for doing this. You know, typically you might do this with a flounder up northeast. You stuff a flounder with something. It's going to have to make more of a bigger, flatter fillet. So this one I kind of winged it. You can see the shape of these things. Put a little salt and pepper on there. But I folded them up pretty good and stuck a toothpick or one in each one. Toothpick or two in each one. And a nice, sprayed the pan down. Or, I mean, not a pan, you know, but a glassware. And I jammed them all in there. They look pretty good. And put them in the oven at 350 for 20 minutes, okay? I checked them after about 15 and just put some butter on top with a brush. Oh, it looks so good already. I was ready to dive in. And then need a little bit, about another 10 minutes to cook. So it took about 25 or 30 minutes to cook. And it looks delicious. I got some vegetables. So let's plate and see what Darcy thinks. All right, here you go, Darcizzle.
It smells delicious.
It does. Do you have a fork?
Just handing me something with nothing to eat.
Here's a fork.
Here you go. Excuse me, I have hiccups. Apologize.
That's a new thing. Oh, maybe I'll hold this.
My new thing.
You had it the other day too.
I did. I don't know. I think it's like on an empty stomach and I drink water. All right, here we go. Woo. Excellent. It's really, really good.
It's really good, right?
Yeah, I would stuff my face right now, but I'm not going to.
Do you taste the butter I put on top?
I think so. It's just a yumminess, goodness, a mixture of
how's the
fish
stuffing?
and crab. Really delicious. That's
Yeah.
the best part.
Yeah. And I think, I pan fry a lot because I'm lazy and I'm on a diet. And I was just telling Darcy the other day, I don't like sheep, I'm kind of down on the sheepshead tip.
Yeah, I don't know why he doesn't like sheep.
But this is delicious. I baked it and the sheepshead is much better than when I do it on a pan.
Ooh.
Don't you think?
Yeah, so then, I mean.
Well, what do you think? What's my opinion?
I think sheepshead is delicious either way. And anytime you oven cook fish is always so good because it leaves all the moisture.
Yeah, and you're going to put that, make sure, put the butter on to lock it in. And
ooh, I found a shell.
She's always got to find something.
No, I'm glad I found it. I don't want either one of us to chew on it.
Where's the other beer? Where's my beer?
You just took my beer.
No, wasn't that my beer?
That was my beer right here.
Oh.
Brian lost the beer. He had two, unless he already drank it.
No, this is mine. Yours is in the refrigerator still. All right. Anyway.
Well, you didn't
all right,
drink
guys.
it, so.
It's another great day in the water.
Excuse me. Excellent day on the water.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us. And until our next adventure, follow your dream. Keep on
Come
catching.
catch it. Happy holidays.
Yes. We got him. Got him. What's going on, guys? I just threw my humpback cast net from Ladyfish Sports, one of my new sponsors. And it's official. The mullet run has begun. And we just loaded the 10-foot cast net with perfect sized finger mullets. That's what you're looking for. Oh my gosh, we got a baby permit. A bunch of baby permits. How cool is that? We're gonna dump them right in this bucket. Woo! Nice work, right on the shoreline. Tons of little finger mullets. That's not too shabby. These little fingers right here, we call them finger mullets because they look like fingers. That is what everything is eating right now. Big tarpon, sharks, snook, jacks, you name it. That's what they want. Woo! Loaded down. Look at this. Look at this. The world's smallest baby permits. That is so cool. We're gonna let them go. That is a cool catch, man.
Close the thing.
What?
Close it and jump.
Oh yeah, they're jumping out. The typical mullet thing, they'd like to jump right out of your well, but look at that. I'm gonna clean them off. Let them go in 2 seconds, but look at that. Baby permits. All right, buddies, you're free. That was cool.
Ooh, nice job, Darcizzle.
Thank you.
You guys new to the channel, I'm Brian. Of course, that's Darcy, the star of the show. Now we're gonna try and catch some fish. There's been a lot of rain and they've been discharging from the canal systems, a lot of fresh water into the intercoastal to drain. And so the water is very poor quality. So the first thing we're gonna do is try and find some good water. Right, Sizzle?
I caught all the littlest fish in the entire world. I also caught, he's dead now, but he got wrapped up in my net. But that's a little baby needlefish, which is kind of cool too.
Yeah.
All little baby stuff today. And it's official, the annual mullet migration has begun.
Yeah, that was nice.
I gotta clean my net.
All right, clean your net. So we're gonna find some cleaner water, and then we're gonna try and find some current. We came out here at the low tide. Water's gonna be coming in and moving faster, so we want to find clean water that's moving. So, yeah.
What you got? Oh, don't let him get on the dock. Nice,
No.
Snook, he's coming this way. I just saw his tail. Nice, let me get the net. Nice job.
All right, guys.
I'm underneath you.
Can't see.
I'm wrapped, so
Just leave it.
yeah. Come on. You gotta watch your fish. Good job.
All right,
We
putting with the fish.
We did it. First fish. You broke the skunk off.
I broke the skunk. It's
Good
not a bad one.
job. Good job. Right under that
Yeah, show him, Sizzle.
structure, right?
I got the camera.
Okay. I'm gonna show your fish. You caught it.
You go ahead.
Look at our little lizard friend. I just dipped him into the water. Go to the engine, buddy. I don't know. He somehow came from the house. Look at that circle hook right in the corner. Pop it right out. Boom. Feisty fish right there. Nice job getting him out of that. Woo. He's gonna flip. He's gonna jump. Beautiful snook.
There you go.
Nice one. He was on the hungry side. That's a nice fish to break off the first, whatever. First fish on the boat. It's very exciting. Good job, Brian.
Yeah.
Crushed it.
Nice.
Nice work. Pretty okay. Current's coming from the bow of the boat. Turn his head that way. All right. Jeez. He was like, let me go.
Nice job by me.
Good job.
Let me show you what tackle we're using. Very simple.
Yeah, let me get you unwrapped from me.
Actually, the second spot we're trying, first spot was really just to get set up. But again, we came looking for a little bit better water and some current. We looked first to make sure I had current. I'm using, whatever you want, but I'm using a bait caster. This is the Tranks on a custom bat rod.
He's fancy.
Yeah, I'm fancy. I just find this is like my mullet pitching rod during the summer. I mean, during the mullet run. And whatever. Basically, if you fish in a dock, you can fish a little heavier. If you fish out in the open, you're gonna use lighter. So this is like a 40-pound leader fluorocarbon, and I got a 4.0 circle hook, and you're just gonna use whatever.
Vector hook.
Vector hook, right? You can use whatever hook matches your bait size, okay? And I have no split shot on here, but it's a great idea. Darcy's fishing with a split shot. I'll show you.
Yeah, I'll show you my setup.
Yeah. And she's using a Stella. Now we're going through the nose. She has a loop knot, and then
Heavier split.
a heavier split. So you can see the split shot, and she's just hooking it through the nose, and she's using a loop knot. She loves to use loop knots. I'm using a uni knot, and yeah, great idea to put the split shot, because that's gonna get the fish, the bait on the bottom, where probably the snook are, but I just happen to, so we're doing different things though. So I have no split shots. My bait's on top, hers is on the bottom.
Right.
And I happen to catch a fish.
And you got the first bite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was he way under the bridge? I mean,
No.
pier?
No. With these bridges, with these docks, hit them fast and keep moving. You're gonna get a bite right away, in my opinion.
There's a fish sitting there, yeah.
Yeah, you can get a bite right
Usually
away.
instant. I agree.
Otherwise, so hit and stick. As many spots, the more docks you hit, the more fish you're gonna catch. And if you're in a new area, you just move to town, just get out and start hitting docks. That's it. Eventually you're gonna catch fish.
Oh. He's got it. Watch your bait, over the top. You're over the top of me. You're over the top of me. Over the top of me, yep. Nice snook. Aggressive snooks, man. Holy cow, that was awesome. I have the drag locked on this dude. He hasn't pulled any drag. That was awesome though. Right under that dock. Back-to-back snookies. All right, buddy. Boom!
Is that a fat snook or something, or a regular snook?
No, he's regular. He's gold on the golden side.
Yeah, because the water's so dirty.
Yeah. Circle hook, vector hook doing his job right in that corner, popped right out. Let's get a good look at this fish. What does he look like to you? Regular.
Looks tiny compared to mine.
He is tiny compared to yours.
Nice.
No, but I'm saying regular. That's common snook.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just really
You got a little
pretty.
bit of a hump right there, but all right, let's get him back in.
Really pretty. Yep, Brian still has the biggest fish. 2 for 2 on snook, baby. Whoop! Take him to the other side. They are hungry today, which I'm pretty shocked. We just, like Brian mentioned earlier, we have all this salt water, fresh water running in our intercoastal system, and you just think that these fish wouldn't be as hungry, but they're fine. All right, let's catch some more.
Now, if you catch a couple fish at a dock, that's going to scare the rest of the fish. So, if you're a good fisherman, you're going to move. Do you want to try here again? Just one
I
more
would say
bait,
we
maybe?
move.
All right, let's
What
move.
do you want to do?
Well, I don't know. I'm just
I would
giving
say
an
we
example
move.
to nice folks. All right.
Maybe even this one, next one, whatever.
All right.
All the way down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's
You
back
can throw
to
it in the
back.
bait, but don't spend a ton of time because you scare all the fish in
Yeah,
the neighborhood, all right?
and this one was right in the same area as yours, so.
Yeah.
All right,
All right.
cool. Whoa, holy cow. That was so cool. Jumped to back-to-back jumps. Oh, that looks like a tarpon snook. We're gonna find out. Oh, so cool. All right, hooked up on my second snook on a different dock. I felt him eat it, and then I had to kind of turn his head and turn him out from the structure, and then he did 2 really cool like jumps, almost like a tarpon. I think I'm just gonna flip him. You ready? Yeah. Woo! Feisty snookies today. No, yeah.
I don't know.
Look how sharp that point is on the top. It's just, I think he is. I don't know, it's hard to say. That point is awfully like elongated, like the dorsal fin, right?
Oh,
This piece.
Spine?
Like a sword spine, yeah.
Maybe.
That doesn't look like a normal snook to me. But we'll take a couple pictures and we can double check always later. It's a good thing, but there's like 4 different species of snook if you didn't know. Oh, he inhaled that good. There we go. Pretty cool. Yeah, he's a regular snook. Big tail, just interesting, like hybrid looking fish, but still common snook. There's 4 different species of snook like I was talking about. The common snook, tarpon snook, sword sign snook, a fat snook, which is all cool to catch. Common snook are the ones that get the biggest though. He just looks weird. Cool though, cool fish to catch. All right, let's let him go. Gotta find the big ones. Biting my thumb, he's ready. Whoa, that's so cool when they do that. All right, I am now beating Brian with the split shot.
Split shot is the way to go, honestly. 'cause
I don't know. Some days, like, you know, if they want to eat on top, it's better to have no weight.
Well, it depends on how depth it is and stuff like that, but snook are a very lazy ambush fish. So they're gonna be hiding behind, they're gonna be like on the bottom, like so the water's just kind of rushing over them. Maybe they're in a hole.
Yeah.
And the water's rushing over them and the bait's coming past them, or they're hiding behind a pole and the current is bringing the bait right to their face. So.
And I will say, we just switched spots. Brian's like, fish over there, and I fished over there and caught a fish. And he just fished that area.
I did with my bait on top with no split shot. So yeah, you know, we're in 8 foot of water right now, so my bait's on top. The fish has to swim up 8 feet to get it. He's got to see it. The water's dirty. So, you know, usually having the bait on the bottom for snook fishing is the best.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
See if we can get into another species now and maybe some, I don't know, maybe something cool. We'll see.
I got a split shot.
It's always good to see. It's always good to see the snooks, but let's get a big jack or something.
And especially the bigger ones. If you want to catch a bigger snook, he's going to be fatter and lazier, so he's definitely going to be on the bottom.
Right. Like
You
when we
know?
get the hits on the big lip divers that we pull right on the bottom.
Yeah.
Those big snook just come
Yeah.
up and chomp it.
And, you know, anything like that. And that's the reason, you know, flare hawks work so well and this kind of stuff.
Yes. Such a book smart fisherman.
Book smart. I know all the techniques, but I watch them happen. I just don't catch the fish.
God.
Nice job. Nice job.
Holy cow, what was that? It's a ladyfish. You little jerk.
That thing hit the top of the dock.
He slammed his head on that dock. That was hilarious.
That was crazy.
Oh, you're gonna hit. God.
Nice job. Nice job.
That would be crazy if a snook did that. No, it was just a loud bang, like you just heard him like hit his head right underneath there when he jumped. Big old ladyfish. What about that? Got another species. Eating my little tiny
Mullet. You don't really catch
mullet.
my mullet that often.
And he is going to die. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right, buddy, chill. That was funny. And he ran straight out like a snook would not do.
Oh, I'm hooked up.
You're on, you're on.
I think.
No way. Get him away from those bushes.
Maybe I'm not. He's hooked by the tail, so I'm not sure.
Oh, he's hooked sideways. You got a fish?
No, I got a fish.
You do have a fish. He was sitting there with it in his mouth.
Yeah.
Brian caught a snook. Feisty little guy.
They said he was a monster.
No, there was I saw a monster, dude. I
gonna catch him or what?
I saw an absolute stud. His mouth like came out of the water. He couldn't even air out. He's so big.
This one's much prettier.
Much prettier. It's not a river snook. Nice job.
Yeah.
Vector hook in the corner.
All right, guys.
Beautiful snook.
Now I hooked my bait in the tail so it would swim under this.
Good job. Hold
That was
on to
terrible.
them.
I know. I was. Stop, come on, put it back.
Hold tight, hold tight.
Boop.
Nice job.
Anyway, There's not a lot of current here either, so I hooked it in the tail and it had a little bit of luck swimming away from me. So that's what I did. All right, how about a quick wrap up, Darcizzle, as you clean the boat?
Yes. Sorry. Let me just get this. All right, cool. All right. Yeah. Great day on the water. We explored. We are excited that fall is approaching, and now we're just in that middle of like the season's changing. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited for that to happen, and cooler water temperatures and all that good stuff. Mullet run has begun, but I'm really waiting for that big run of fish and all that exciting stuff to go on. So great day on the water, no complaints. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until our next adventure,
follow your dreams
and keep on catching. Cheers.
You guys see my hair yet? It's growing out.
His hair is so grown out. Look at his hair.
Growing it out.
It's beautiful.